rest in power, Michael Brooks. Free Palestine, free Britney, free Palestine, free Britney, free Palestine, free Britney, free Palestine, free Britney.
ready for daycare. I have my juice box and Lunchable today. Hassle.
Pog 10 months. Long time watcher baby, subscribe.
Gonna go watch some videos.
This is a serious message to anybody
And
watching
just
my
a
update
lot
right
of
now. Peace and love,
commentary
peace and love. I
on
want
this
to tell you,
stream.
please, after
It's
the 20th
all
of October,
me.
do not send fan mail
So,
to any address that you
now
have nothing
what
to
are
do
we
with
waiting
after the
for?
20th of
Waiting for Hasan. What will he do when he's live? Open up the casino, let the gambler in. It's time to sit. I bet we're gonna be sitting here waiting for Hasan.
Hope you all have a great day
I
today.
used to come here for politics. Now I watch him game and yell at great names all day. God, how long have I been sitting here waiting for Hasan? Waiting for Hasan. Waiting for Hasan. Waiting for Hasan.
Witness me and peak. One year of subs. Here's to many more. Hi Hasan, Uncle Jenk here. Can
What's
you
going
tell
on,
me how to
everybody?
Calm down with the birthday events.
I hope
Keep
everyone's
buying
having a
gifts.
fantastic
It's eating
evening,
into T. Whitey's
a
budget.
fantastic afternoon, or a fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is the HasanAbi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We are live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and all of the NBs are having a fantastic one, okay? A fantastic one. It is Tuesday, July 20th, 2021, 11:14 a.m. and I'm actually pretty early. I'm on time, whatever you want to call it. I'm
Poggies.
doing the goddamn thing. And it's Tuesday in it, and I hope that everyone's having a great Tuesday, bruv. All right. It is 83 degrees and sunny in California, Los Angeles. My God, what a beautiful day. Beautiful weather out here today. And I woke up early. I hung out with one of my friends who's visiting from New York. Right now, he's out here. He's out and about. Some of you old friends of the show know already. His name is Chris, one of my close friends from college.
6 months boggers.
And we went out last night. After I ended the stream, we went out last night. And we had a wonderful evening where we went
I'm ready for daycare
and we
to
got
see your fabulous nails.
tacos. And then, because he's an old ass bitch just like I am, we went and we got tacos down the street from his hotel that he's staying at. He's a bougie bitch, doesn't want to stay with me. He's staying at a hotel. Okay. Even though my mom was like, I will go and, stay somewhere else so that Chris can stay with you. I picked him up from his hotel. We went down the street to get fucking tacos. And we reminisced about old times. I haven't seen this dude in 2 years. I was really excited, you know. And then you didn't take him to Dave's Hot Chicken? No, that's like... We talked about that, though. The first time he ever had Dave's Hot Chicken, like, it was a very formative experience for him.
Do you like me? Do you like me?
No, we went and we got tacos.
Can you please say you like me? Anyways, happy 16.
And that's pretty much it. We went, we got tacos, we shot the shit. I dropped him off. I saw Jack Harlow.
Love you, Has.
That was formative. Will you be going to the gym with me, HasanAbi? It's my Make-A-Wish. I'll be in LA in 2 days. You can even fuck my mom, I guess. No. I am not affiliated with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I mean, I would do it, but, you know, unless you got, like, fucking serious cancer, it's probably not happening, okay? Your mom seems... In which case, you're probably not going to try to fucking go to the gym anyway, I don't think. Anyway, and no, I'm not going to fuck your mom either. Yes, I will not. I get to choose. I get to choose who fucks the moms, okay? I choose your mom. Canada is going to open their borders to vaccinate Americans on August 9th. Come to the murder capital. Dude, that'd be sick. I might do that for real. Was Jack Harlow with Addison Rae? No, he was by himself. I think he was like with his like tour manager or some shit. I don't know. They were like carrying musical equipment. Anyway. I have serious cancer. Will you give me a handy in the car? No, but I will give you a fucking 1 day off for saying such a fucking weird statement, dude.
Where my communist at?
I should probably permanently ban you, but you are a 60-month subscriber, and I looked at your chat really quickly and realized that, you know, you are not a routine offender, so I'll let you have that one for once. Chat will say anything. Like, chat will literally say anything. Sometimes it's a gift, sometimes it's a burden. Abby Martin on JRE today. They spent the last first hour talking about Israel's grasp on Palestine. Word I want to use is banned. I have no idea if they'll post clips, but if they do, I'll link them if they upload. Great podcast so far. Fuck yeah. Ooh, Abby Martin on JRE. That's good. Did you hear that No Thoughts Head empty Nintendo Music was DMCA'd? No way. That's crazy. So we got a lot of stuff going on with the reaction. I literally stopped just a sequence of some of the greatest React content that I had lined up for you guys last night because we took a road trip to H3H3 Ethan Klein's impromptu podcast. It was basically like a podcast between me, Miskiff, and Ethan. And then we had Adin Ross on. It was a fun experience overall. Very fun. Very interesting. More like Eldon Ross, am I right? We're gonna package today. Hopefully you get it for your birthday. Hopefully we'll see. It was a very chaotic. You mean Aiden lost? Ha! That's better than Eldon. That's pretty funny. Ethan just not let you get sidetracked, lol. Ethan is a very good interviewer. He is a very good interviewer. He's very pointed. He's very sharp. And he stays the course, which I really appreciate because leaked Hasan XQC DMs. Thoughts, Hasan? What were the DMs?
Just saying hi, Hassel.
Did you hear about Jacinda Ardern giving the mongrel mob something 2 million? It's been blowing up here. What the fuck is the mongrel mob? You see Adin Ross apparently is getting invited by Kanye to listen to the album. Good for him. See, that's what I mean. He has like an incredible opportunity to do like so much awesome content, right? Like he's aligned in a way where he can do so much great shit. So there's absolutely zero reason for him to do like gambling streams and like milk his audience. You know what I mean? Like that's more.
Month 10.
That's what I'm
1 month old.
Worried about more so. XQC says you guys dodged him by not inviting him to the podcast. I know. I talked to him like this morning and last night when I was like half asleep. I didn't see his messages until after, and I know that he wasn't gonna fucking want to come on after H3H3 was no longer on. Why the fuck wouldn't I invite him? It would have been like triple the fucking content if Adin Ross and like Juicer Andy. If it was Adin Ross and Juicer Andy, it would be like 3 times the fucking content. It's great for me. I don't give a shit.
12 months with the best Timbo on the platform.
You know what I mean? We love Adin Ross. Hostile. Oh my god, dude.
Williamson, I hope you are
sometimes I feel like maybe I am doing like unethical platforming. Anyway, I've realized that Adin Ross and such others have been held to a standard that no one can possibly live up to. Moments think about the fact that Adin Ross can't justify multiple aspects of intellectual property that must include gambling. What? Shut up. Anyway, we're not talking about Adin Ross right now. We got news to cover, and then we'll talk about that afterwards, okay? When can we expect you on the H3H podcast? I've been on his podcast. I don't care about this. Say things I disagree with so I can get mad. You got it, man. Yes, there's obviously sad news today as well. This is officially
Loving the drip today,
the anniversary of Michael Brooks' passing. Friend of the show, Michael Brooks, who also was a co-host on the Majority Report. Good friend, wonderful individual, kind, empathetic, brilliant, a leftist that actually focused on international relations and leftist movements all around the world from a point of view that was actually brilliant and not immediately just like anti-imperialist for the sake of being anti-American, but instead genuinely anti-imperialist from the point of view of empathy and making people's lives better. And yeah, we lost a fucking really awesome dude last year this day. It's been one fucking year. Yeah. Luckily he got to see
your streams really,
luckily he got to experience Lula getting out of prison. So that was great. But yes. Rest in power, Michael Jamal Brooks.
I would choose my mom too.
You know. Some more sad news. Did Jeff Bezos go up to space and come back already?
Months, no takes, read, let's
I think
go.
he was able to come back. Yeah, he did. So I'm going to quickly, in honor of Michael Brooks, I'm going to quickly move on to a funny subject, as he would want me to. Unlike... Oh. Unfortunately, Jeff Bezos is back on Earth, boys. He fucking came back. He's back on Earth. He was out there for like 11 minutes or so, and he's fucking back, dude. Why do you have a towel on your head? Because my hair is wet right now, and I'm trying to dry it out. So I want to watch this entire like Jebediah Bezos clip, or not this clip, but like just the whole process. If you guys have the video for it, I would love to watch this.
So I want to thank
now 16 months.
every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer, because you guys paid for all this. So seriously, for every Amazon customer out there and every Amazon employee, thank you from the bottom of my heart very much. It's very appreciated.
Oh my God. He admitted it. What the fuck? Wait, he literally admitted it, dude. That's so weird. That's kind of strange that he just... What? I'm confused. Why did he admit it?
Hi, chat.
You don't often see a man say the quiet part out loud like this, folks. Anyway, I should just blast off. Much like Jeff Bezos, I think it's time for me to fucking announce that daycare is open on Twitter. Get you guys to retweet it. Daycare is open. I'm live, and unfortunately, Jeff Bezos is back on Earth.
6 months, some do be longer than my non-existent.
We're talking DACA decision in Texas, worst state, contender, and more news, drama, and some fire, murder / scam content we didn't get to
9 months
yesterday. Get in now. www.twitch.tv/HasanAbi. Okay. Here's the full video of the launch and landing. Dude, this is the most phallic fucking thing, dude. So, this morning I called my brother. This morning I called my brother immediately, and I was like, "So what's the deal? Like, did what's his face? Did Virgin Galactic like kind of cuck Jeff Bezos or what? Like, Jeff Bezos announces that he's going to go fucking go to space, do like the first commercial space travel, basically. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Virgin Galactic was like, just kidding, like Richard Branson is going to be the first commercial flight to space. So I asked Murat, like, what's the deal? And he said that the technology with the Virgin Galactic space travel was not as like cutting edge as the Blue Origin. He didn't get to the nitty gritty details. I know that obviously Virgin Galactic has been working on this for a very long time. They kind of went back and
9 months in. What's your opinion on the Medicare for All march in LA?
They stopped doing PR stuff when astronauts died on a Virgin Galactic flight, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at that. Like, the VSS Enterprise crashed on October 31st, 2014, and it was an experimental spaceship test vehicle, and it suffered a catastrophic in-flight breakup during a test flight. Then it crashed near the Mojave Desert near Cantil, California, and when that happened, Virgin Galactic kind of took a back seat. Obviously, obviously the people that are, still at the forefront of this tech, and I hate to admit this, is SpaceX. Like, SpaceX is still again, I hate to admit this, but SpaceX is still the #1 when it comes to this technology. They are way ahead of everyone else. Especially when it comes to like repurposing rockets. They are super far advanced in comparison to all these other like gimmicky. Yeah. It almost looks gimmicky. What these guys are doing as far as like commercial space travel in comparison to what SpaceX is doing.
9 months post.
But yeah, it's not Elon. Obviously, it's the SpaceX team. And it's mostly the JPL NASA team that went over to SpaceX, but still, like, that is absolutely something that is like far ahead in comparison to like Blue Origin, in comparison to what Virgin Galactic is doing. I think companies with U.S. government defense contracts might be more advanced. They all do. This is space travel. Everyone has U.S. government contracts. There is not a single fully private. First of all, this is the United States of America.
Okay.
Who doesn't have a U.S. government contract? Are you kidding me? Like, let alone the outsourcing of space travel away from NASA and full-blown like government-funded programs to
kisses.
Private entities that are still taking billions and billions of dollars from the government.
Almost a year in daycare hassle.
Oh my God, Nancy Pelosi, the girl boss, is COVID positive. What? A White House official and staff member for Nancy Pelosi have both tested positive for COVID after attending the same reception last week.
1 year and some change. Love this community.
Wait,
and you have
Pelosi is not COVID positive. Her aide is. You fucking lied to me. You lied to me, you son of a gun. Okay.
Tell your stance that
I think it's kind of messed up.
For voting. Also,
and I did not let Jeff Bezos. I did not give the rights to Jeff Bezos to shape this spacecraft directly from my penis. But I guess they have, once again, they have no respect for, intellectual property, privacy, and, they went along with it regardless.
Yep.
Which is completely unacceptable. But what are you going to do? I mean, same size, basically same shape, not the same shape, actually. My penis is very proportional. All right, let's watch this. I mean, I don't really care about this stuff. It does look too much like a dick. It's pretty funny. I don't care about any of this stuff.
At about 320.
I do care about the return though. Let's take a look. So
Let's go.
There was no camera inside the rocket.
Touchdown, welcome back, New Shepard.
Wow. It sounded like Jeff Bezos saying happy, happy, happy.
Yeah.
Right there, almost 7 minutes into their flight into space.
And Katie, tell people what they're seeing on the right of the screen, what is about to make landfall again.
Our booster is about to return to its landing pad.
So they're going faster and faster and faster. Now they're starting to slow down in the that's actually, we're looking at the booster there. So two things are happening. The booster actually lands before they do, and you see it coming in for a landing, slowing down. It's going to land at about 5 miles per hour, usually right on that launch pad. So that's the booster landing that we're seeing right now.
So it can
and
be
they
reused
are
again.
about 2 miles away.
Booster touchdown, welcome back, New Shepard.
I wonder why they didn't put cameras in there. So they didn't want to do footage from in there. They didn't want you to see Jeff Bezos shitting his pants.
23 months with the smallest head on Twitter feels okay, man.
A beautiful rocket that provided a beautiful flight to space.
First up, your booster has landed.
So that's the booster. Booster has, like, I guess, landing capabilities, which is still very impressive. That is an impressive feat. And then the capsule that they're at the tippy top, like the penis head, the tip of the penis, was parachuted back onto Earth.
Bullseye for the booster right there on the launch pad.
Why are ABC covering this, like, with their primetime journals, like some life-changing shit? I mean, it's pretty fucking impressive, man. The fact that we've gotten to, like, commercial space travel at this point at a reasonable price of $28 million for 11 minutes on space. I mean,
7 months, let's go.
It's pretty fucking incredible, to be honest with you.
They were happy to hear about the booster. To be able to hear them, they're so calm, excited, but yet so calm.
You have a very happy crew up here, I want you to know.
No, I'm not being even remotely sarcastic. I think these sorts of big PR plays, unironically, are not bad. I just wish it wasn't fucking Jeff Bezos doing it, because he's like such a villain that people will not review this positively. Like, Billionaire should stay the fuck away from this stuff. It should be left to the governments, JPL and NASA.
So much better,
but ultimately, I am not against PR plays like this that make space travel more interesting for the average person, because I'm not a fucking Luddite. Like, I understand there are so many problems here on Earth that we need to solve. Poverty, and of course, mass inequality, wealth inequality, wealth disparity in the third world. All that sort of stuff.
For you insight and
but
knowledge for these past 9 months.
Like, space is the final frontier, and it's remarkably important. And the technological advancements that come from
his name is
Hasan, making space travel readily accessible is profound. It's always been the case. I mean, the space race between the USSR and the United States, which never would have happened if it wasn't for a fucking a communist country. This shows the public that this man believes it's safe. That's really important. Yeah, exactly. But if it wasn't for the fucking USSR doing this shit, America would never in a million years try to outcompete the USSR, and would have never fucking wanted to go to the moon. And even that technological achievement created so many new, like, commercial products that we use to this day. So I am full-blown on board with, technological achievements. I do see the unfortunate side effects, the unfortunate consequences, like the reason why Jeff Bezos is doing this and Elon Musk is doing this and everyone else is doing this is because they are competing against one another to be the first like
Didn't
quadrillionaire who will be able to mine asteroids. That's the main goal. Okay? I love when people say, so are you saying competition is good? It's like, dude, there is no fucking competition in America. Like, there will never be an Ancapistan. America is not Ancapistan. And also, if America was Ancapistan, there would be no competition anyway. Like, whenever there's deregulation, we monopolize entire industries. So, I don't know why the fuck you have this idea that, like, true competition will kick in. It's a delusional fantasy of ANCAPs who think they're going to be the factory owner in a libertarian paradise, when in fact they're just going to be biomatter, okay, or slaves. Without space race, no mouse, so very Pepega aim. So,
W.
The U.S. and USSR both had interest in rocketry already coming out of World War II. It was a mad scramble to acquire former Nazi scientists. True. But once again, it was two warring nations that wanted to basically flex their peepees if in incredibly reductive terms. Not gonna lie, if commercial space travel actually became the norm, people would litter LMFAO. Get ready for garbage comment from Futurama. Wait, we already do that. We have so much space junk. What the fuck are you talking about? I have heard about this as well. So astronauts have talked about how seeing the world from space changes your attitude dramatically, and makes you realize that we're all human beings, and ultimately makes you a more empathetic person. I just doubt that Jeff Bezos is going to have a change of heart once he was in fucking space. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's just like bullshit.
Moon boy.
I mean, look at fucking Mark Kelly, dude. If he can... Mark Kelly went to space too, right? I mean, it wasn't just his brother. Or did he never go to space? He definitely went to space, right?
But I promise it hasn't gone to my head. Have a good stream.
Actually, it's not even just Mark Kelly. There have been Republican politicians that have gone to space. Did you guys know that? I had an argument with my brother and he fucking owned me in this. I don't know why. I was literally arguing with a aerospace and mechanical engineer about aerospace merging with the realm of politics. But yeah, we've had an actual Republican politician go to fucking space. And trust me, I don't think the overview effect kicked in for him. And Mark Kelly is like, you know, a little bit more of a progressive neoliberal.
Just made a great space
flight. So that it didn't change shit for him either. So, hey Hasan, it's easy to be cynical about the future of the planet as our billionaires launch themselves and their companies into space. But I, for one, have hope. We know from the early days of space flight with former military test pilots as the first astronauts, the experience of seeing Earth from space has a near universally profound impact on a person. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think you're delusional. I think that's like way, 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 way too... I mean, here's some footage from inside the capsule. Let's take a look.
I did everything you thought it would be. Dude, look. Oliver.
Who's the 87-year-old lady? What the fuck's she doing there?
Yo, space is cool.
Maybe he'll die because of the debris? No, dude, he's back already. Yeah, oh, here it is. Thank you for the chatter. Here is the Republican who went to space. And let me tell you something, folks. The reason why this motherfucker who was a pilot who went to space is because he was a part of the committee that oversaw the budget. And he was like, I'm going to see what's going on with our space program. This motherfucker literally was like, I want to go see what the fuck you guys are doing up there. Okay? And let me tell you something. He didn't stop. Him going to space did not change his attitude at all. Okay? She's cool. She was trained. Oh, the first woman astronaut back in the day. True. Okay, never mind. I did know that. I don't know why I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah. She was like, I want to go to space. And they were like, no. You need to be an engineer. And she was like, okay, I will literally become an engineer first. And then they still were like, no, megalol. So it took her like, you know, however many years to finally get up there. Yeah, he got so sick during the space flight, didn't he? Space sickness Garn experienced during the journey was so severe that the scale for space sickness was jokingly based on him, where 1 Garn is the highest possible level of sickness. Some NASA astronauts who opposed the payload specialist program, this was called the payload specialist program, such as Mike Mullaney, believed that Garn's space sickness was evidence of the inappropriateness of flying people with little training. Garn was in excellent physical condition, however, began flying at the age of 16. Astronaut Charles F. Bolden described Garn as the ideal candidate to do it because he was a veteran Navy combat pilot who had more flight hours than anyone in the astronaut office. Fellow 51D payload specialist Charles D. Walker also suffered from space sickness on the flight despite having flown before. Stated that he worked out extraordinarily well, and quite frankly, I think the U.S. space program, NASA, benefited a lot from both his experience and his first-hand relation to NASA. This dude literally held NASA budgets hostage so he could go out and fucking, you know, try out space, okay? I have no... I fuck that guy, okay? I absolutely fuck that guy. And let me tell you something. He was still a dickhead after. So if you legitimately believe, I'm sorry to shit all over your hopes and dreams that like Jeff Bezos is going to magically turn into a nicer person because he saw fucking Earth from space. But not happening, okay? Absolutely not happening.
Oh, that's great!
The blackness of space.
We live in a world.
Here, guys. Oh, yeah. Ready? You just have to wait for it. Who wants a Skittle? Alright, see if you can catch this in your mouth. Yeah! Here, try again.
I mean, it's nuts. These like fucking weirdo rich people are just like having fun, dude. Just a multiple $billion government-funded fun project for some billionaires and millionaires, you know? Nothing weird here, folks. You are just mad you can't afford space travel yourself.
HasanAbi.
Chatter just owned me into oblivion, dude. You just launched me into orbit, Chatter. You fucking caught me, dude. You fucking caught me, dude. That's why I was actually upset. I'm not even upset. I already defended this project in general. I already defended it.
9 months, Pog.
So good. Oh my God. This is incredible. Enjoy this.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, this is different, isn't it?
A little different.
Oh my God, he has cowboy boots on, dude.
I cannot. Oh, wow. So let's take a moment to go.
It's literally nauseating to watch. These people are literally just chilling in space while the people who got them there, the literal children in mineral mines, are dying on the ground. Fuck these fuckers. Hey man, you think maybe he got a crumb of maybe he got a crumb of fucking you know, empathy from his experience up there.
That's one, and people will criticize what I'm about to say.
Dude, every person that has like an appropriate take on this, where they're like, dude, who cares? Like, who fucking cares? Every person that says like, you know, what about income inequality, is gonna get owned into oblivion by the likes of that same person in my chat who just said, you're just fucking jealous, dog. You're just jealous you couldn't go to space. Because we are so cucked by billionaires. The entire system is designed in a way to like churn out that level of support, that blind loyalty, that fealty to these meritocratic billionaires who got there because they are profoundly successful and not because they implemented predatory practices early on and were able to skirt like regulation and then get to a point of growth where they like are too big to ever regulate. You know what I mean? And now they can just do basically whatever the fuck they want.
The young man sitting there, excited as he was, that's one less black kid on a corner somewhere getting ready to use a weapon. And people will criticize what I'm about to say.
What?
The young man sitting there, excited as he was, that's one less black kid on a corner somewhere getting ready to use a weapon.
What the fuck? This is the most powerful take on Jeff Bezos is space joyride? What a psychotic take, dude. I guess when you're an astronaut, doesn't automatically mean you're smart. You know what I mean? He was right. People are going to criticize what he said there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's just the most idiotic buffoonery I've ever heard. I am dumber for hearing those statements, okay? Yeah, dude. Yeah, black kids in fucking in Southside Chicago were, you know, murdering each other, not because of like the socioeconomic conditions that they've been subjected to as a consequence of fucking slavery and its legacy, redlining, lack of funds, lack of after-school programs, that sort of thing, over-policing in their communities rather than like trying to help these kids. It's actually because they hadn't seen a fucking 18-year-old who was the son of a goddamn millionaire go to space alongside, you know, our very own Lex Luthor, dude. Now they're going to see that and be like, oh, fuck, dude. Oh, fuck, dude. Guess what I'm doing is wrong, dude. You know? Did you guys see that 18-year-old eat that Skittle that Jeff Bezos threw at him? I guess it's all right now.
Watching you before going out for birthday.
Doesn't Charlie Bolden know that the hood is watching Adin Ross, not space travel, dude? What a fool. What? Texas just passed a bill that teaches schools with a KX3 isn't morally wrong? What? There is absolutely 0% chance that this is actually... What? There's no way, dude. What the fuck is going on? This has to be like clickbait, right? I just don't understand. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second.
13 months and still no parasocial relationship. Arjan? Pogo. "10 months Pogo.
NASA and Bezos offering a new program, turn your handgun for a space trip. Yeah. Sorry, it's summertime, so you can't get your school-provided free breakfast, which is like literally the only fucking healthy food that you can rely on to survive. But Jeff Bezos went to space, dude. So guess what? Crime rate, 0. How else do you explain black kids not using weapons on the corner? Also, that's like such a fucking racist-ass take, dude. You know? Shut up, old man. The hood watches Bozo. Jeff Bozo.
Chat and Hasan Peepo, hey.
Yeah, the hood no longer watches Adin Lost. They watch Jeff Bozo now. This is maybe the funniest reaction he could have had. Jeff Bezos, after flying to space, we need to take all heavy industry, all polluting industry, and move it into space and keep Earth as this beautiful gem of a planet that it is. Oh my God, are you serious?
10 months. Wow, chat and I are in a civil partnership now. Hugs.
He's right. I was a black kid on the street corner waiting to use a weapon until I saw this guy go to space. So powerful. Wow, we did it, dude. Crime rate 0.
Okay.
Crime rate literally drops to 0, dude. What will the crime industry do? The crime industry is very upset. No one is a crimer anymore. Everyone wants to be the real fucking billionaire criminal. The biggest criminals, okay? Who are billionaires. Like... Yeah, just move all that gunk out to space, dude. I don't understand. Why don't we do that? In 20 years, the only Amazon left on Earth will be distribution facilities? Of course.
Let's just export all our problems, including crime, into space.
What?
Bezos more like Bezos.
Enjoy the small step,
America
man.
needs inspiration.
Mr. Bezos, question, Mr. Bezos.
A vision for the future. A reminder of what one man can do.
Something to keep Bezos in space.
I'm going to ride a rocket into space.
Okay, let's be real. Jeff Bezos is svelte, dude. Svelte. Is this Jason Alexander? Jeff Bezos does not look like Jason Alexander. He looks like Lex Luthor. He's so fucking jacked.
Just like my dick.
Oh my God,
We've been there before, many times, okay? Men, women. Do you know in 1961, we sent a chimpanzee into space?
But not in a dick that looks like my dick.
Billionaire Elon Musk joins the race into space.
I too will be riding my big old dick into space.
People see things the way they are and ask why. I see things the way they could be and ask, I'm sorry, could we maybe get the curve to go midway up the shaft of the space dick?
Not enough! Not short enough! Not wide enough! Not enough!
You know who else had a chode? Galileo.
You know aerodynamics? A rocket takes off into the sky.
I am a hero. I am a conqueror. I am a god.
You own an ebook store and a whole grip of Whole Foods.
One small step for mankind. One giant leap for me personally.
Oh, so good of you to join us, Bezos.
Us?
Chat, he can keep getting away with my prime sub as mullets.
Zuckerberg? Is that you? You don't have enough sunscreen to be up here, Zuckerberg.
Technically, I got here first.
Stay there, please. Jeff Bezos' ex-wife.
Chode.
And Tracy Morgan's a diverse friend who would never actually hang out with Jeff Bezos in real life. Cum dog billionaires?
Love you, boo.
Not bad. Maybe his show will be good, even though he casted it very old. But Adam Pally's good, at least. You know what I mean? At least Adam Pally's good. So I'm like, you know. I just don't want Jon Stewart to be fucking old and outdated, you know? It like worries me. What if we launch Bezos back into space forever, just like you launch us into the 60-second ad breaks? Oh! Marone!
Has small.
He's right. It's fucking top of the goddamn hour, dude. And if there's one thing that Jeffrey Jebediah Bezos... If there's one thing that Jeffrey Jebediah Bezos doesn't want you to do is give me your Twitch Prime, okay? He doesn't want you to do that. I'm kidding. He probably doesn't give a shit. He already thanked me, and he thanked you guys for letting him go to space. But it's top of the hour, which means I'm going to run a 60-second ad break. If you no longer want to see the ads,
Jeff Bezos.
All you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5, or you can do it for free if you have an Amazon Prime, or the Twitch Prime. Or you can use an ad block or a VPN. Here is the ad break now. Have you ever gone to one of those sushi things where you've gone to eat a sushi off a naked woman? I don't eat sushi. So no. Let's keep going. Let's see what he had to say. Let's see what Jeffrey Jebediah Bezos was saying.
You are an astronaut now. How does it feel?
It's amazing. You know, there are no words. It was a perfect mission.
Dude, he has the Sylvester Stallone face and voice now from... Dude, he's definitely done so much TRT. Allegedly. Please don't sue me, sir. My boss man. Like, his nose has grown to incredible sizes. His ears have grown. Like, that's HGH shit, dude. He's like, what's up? Yeah, space is fucking amazing. I just love space. It's so fucking amazing. Oh, fuck. Yeah, what's going on? I'm Sylvester Stallone. Hey, how you doing?
I'm not talented enough to put this into words. The accelerating G forces and how that felt your skin pulled back and pushed into the seat. And then zero G comes so suddenly, and then you're just floating. My brother pointed out in the...
He sounds like a soy... He sounds like a soy Sylvester Stallone. He sounds like Soy-vester Stallone. It's so amazing. Like, he's got that same, like... He sounds similar to Sylvester Stallone. He's got that, like, HGH voice. But he's like, he also sounds like a San Francisco pussy at the same time. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so amazing. What the fuck, dude? He's so jacked. He would beat my ass probably.
Car back that's kind of feels like we were almost evolved. It's like
surprisingly natural.
It's like effortless.
To be in zero
you
G.
feel comfortable. It's not weird at all. It's very nice.
Mark, you have spent your whole life with this.
Oh my God. She just literally was like, all right, shut the fuck up. What's up, Mark? You're the sexy one. You don't sound like you got hit in the face with a shovel. Okay? You're not a manlet. Difference between 5'11" and 6 foot, dude. You see that? Immediately fucking shifting frame over to the taller brother. Absolutely. Like, was just like, shut the fuck up, Jeff.
Yo.
Mark, talk to me. You're hot. You don't have the cowboy hat on. You don't sound like Sylvester Stallone. Tell me more.
This man. In West Texas, you spent time on your grandfather's farm playing space cowboys, but this is so much more than boys who wanted to be astronauts. Your brother has been determined to advance space travel. I want to know, what did it feel like to be up there together when you locked eyes?
It was pretty special. First of all, it just meant a tremendous amount to me to be able to represent my mom and dad, our sister Christina, in being there to celebrate a lifelong dream come true. And I can tell you that we decided to...
hi, wow.
Well, yeah, a little
hi, mom.
We did a little hi, mom, in zero G.
One of us was upside down in zero G. So hopefully we got it right.
We don't know if it came out. We'll have to go again if it didn't come out.
It could be hi, wow, if we got it wrong.
Or wow, hi. Yeah.
This was your dream. But for all those millions of Americans who are watching this, who are saying, this is a joyride, it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
What did you experience that mattered?
Like, yeah, it's true. It was a joyride. But it was a wonderful joyride, you know? It's just fucking... Yeah, it was the joyride that we paid for. It was, I said, hi, Mom, when I was up there.
To all Americans.
Well, listen, we have to build a road to space so that our kids and their kids can build the future. We live on this beautiful planet. We saw this. I mean, you can't imagine how thin the atmosphere is when you see it from space. We live in it, and it looks so big. It feels like, you know, this atmosphere is huge, and we can disregard it and treat it poorly. When you get up there and you see it, you see how tiny it is and how fragile it is. We need to take all heavy industry, all polluting industry, and move it into space and keep Earth as this beautiful.
Notice how he said he was like, he loves working on his grandpappy's fucking ranch. Like, they farm owners. That's why his parents were wealthy too. They gave him $100,000 to start his business. Like, I just want you to remember that intergenerational wealth played a significant role in Jeff Bezos getting to where he is. It's not an accident that almost every single one of these millionaires come from relatively well-off or incredibly well-off families, okay? There is no such thing as meritocracy. It is a complete lie, and they will tell you every single day that it's the truth because it is the one glue that holds the capitalist organization of the economy and its you know, honesty and its integrity together, okay? And once you realize, like, no, meritocracy is actually not real, and a lot of that is just, you know, people who are able to scam better than everybody else, Elon Musk, or people who can engage in predatory business practices better than anybody else, Jeff Bezos, people who have a lot of money that come from their families that are able to, you know, are able to basically snowball that into
just like
100K loan is merit based, obviously. Yeah, exactly. He merited his way into, you know, falling out of his mother's vagina or whatever. Actually, he's like stepson, right? I don't know. I think he might have been adopted. Bezos literally came from like a teen mom or some shit, though his grandfather was like an engineer or something. Bezos' bio father left his mother when she was like a teen or 20 or something. Okay. What are you, a fucking Jeff Bezos simp? I know, he was adopted. He was adopted by a family that like literally gave him money. What the fuck are you talking about? And they were still rich. Like, how does that change what I just said? Are you unironically making the argument that because he was adopted that, like, you know, the 100,000, or if you use an inflation calculator, the actual money his parents gave him in 1995 to start Amazon was $420,000? Yeah, but he was adopted, so. There was a lot of or something in there, bud. You don't sound too sure about the claim chatter. Yeah, H. Bizzle is just like fucking throwing out pro Bezos takes for some weird reason, despite the fact that he literally works to unionize workplaces.
Critiquing the left. Purest forms of political satire.
Yo, accidentally leaked your Twitter DMs of you saying you threw him under the bus on the podcast? What? Why are XQC fans like incapable of reading? I didn't say he threw me under the bus. He said I threw him under the bus, dumbass. What? Do you guys literally not know how, like, Twitter DMs works? Anyway.
Gem of a planet that it is. Now that's going to take decades and decades to achieve, but you have to start, and big things start with small steps. And we need reusable rocket vehicles, so we need to practice with them. And that's what this suborbital tourism mission allows us to do, is to practice over and over. So this is the very beginning of that, and it's exciting.
Is there anything now that you didn't think yesterday, but now you're saying, I'm going to do this? This is the change that's going to happen next.
So for me, it reinforces my commitment to the climate change, to the environment.
To the climate change, you know, reinforces my commitment. Dude, he's not even doing a good job. He's like, come on, bro. You have like PR professionals that educate you on how to lie. Like, how are you going to flub this right now? The climate change. It's I care a lot about it, you know. I care a lot about the climate change. And by that I mean I'm gonna keep changing the climate. Is there even enough rocket fuel to move dirty industry to space? Yeah, that's a psychotic take. I never realized he has such a dumbass voice. That's awesome. Yeah, he sounds, like I said, he sounds like Sylvester Stallone, but soy. Like, he sounds like Sylvester Stallone if he lived in San Francisco. Okay. You know, clapping people who are doing that.
I think if you look at it too, we have too much vilification in society today and not enough unity. So we need unifiers, not vilifiers. And when you look out at the planet,
we need unifiers, not vilifiers.
No borders. There's nothing. It's one planet and we share it, and it's fragile.
Well, until now, space exploration has been a passion of yours, but not your day job.
True.
Does that change today? Does this become your life's work?
This and the Bezos Earth Fund, which is the climate change foundation. That's going to be the.
Start a $1 trillion company with 100K, please. So easy, right? Keep capping. L nerds, stay mad. Okay. I assume this is bait, right? Like, this person is a complete fucking idiot, right? Copium, it's morally wrong. What champ? Soyvester, Gotchi Hyper. I can't tell if this guy's just like unironically a fucking idiot. Dude, listen, brother. I'm sorry, but you are probably going to go to the slave mines, okay? That's what's going to happen to you, all right? If this is the level of simping that you engage in for billionaires that don't know about you or care about you and would literally fucking melt you into biomatter the moment that you are no longer a part of their production line, you kind of deserve it, okay? Coming in here and being like, dude, you're so fucking dumb, dude. You start a $1 trillion company. You'll be rich one day, okay, brother? I'm sure. Can you explain the ultimatum you came up with to people who argue meritocracy exists? Oh, yeah, if you think meritocracy exists, you have to admit that I'm better than you and better than your dad. Like, I'm literally better, you know, bigger number, better person, right? Like, you have to admit, you have to express and demonstrate fealty to me right now. I'm literally more important and better than you and your dad combined. And probably your children now.
10 months.
You have to admit it. Or you have to recognize that, like, no, there's actually a lot of probability and luck involved in this. Obviously, hard work is still important. And working smart is very important.
A year of subbed pension.
And then you have to admit that Kim Kardashian, good point, chatter, is better than you too. For the record, I don't believe that. Like, I don't think that that's real.
Yo, where did you get those orange shades?
I just realized they're gonna have they're gonna fake having an overview effect for PR. Oh yeah, for sure.
Jeffrey had a $1 million loan sourced from friends and family.
Leave the Armenians out of it?
Amazon.
Okay, dude. Did you know that 1 in every 11,600 residents in San Francisco is a billionaire? Evil, sick shit. Yeah, that's fucking gnarly. What?
Love the stream, man. Keep up the great work you do. Hassle.
Crazy how close the shitty celebs saying they want to change the world this is. I'd expect a billionaire to have a little more vision. Why? They're just as human as everyone else is. They're just fucking dildos. Like, they're just gigantic dildos.
Rest in power.
With no creativity. They're just better at, like, managing people and using people to meet their ends than others.
There have been many critics out there that are saying, oh, this is a billionaire's joyride. But it's much more than that. It's much more than that, not only for this country.
I mean, part of me does recognize the importance of a PR play like this. If it wasn't fucking Jeff Bezos, that is. Because yes, we need to push forward on space endeavors. 100%. It is remarkably important. It is incredibly important. I absolutely believe that. I will advocate for that every day, all day, nonstop. I am not a fucking Luddite. I don't give a shit if you don't think so. It doesn't matter. Luckily, your brain is not going to get you anywhere near a crumb of power where you can actually stop that from happening. Wow, Twitch streamer thinks Billionaire got lucky. Lol, definitely gonna listen to you, bro. I mean, yeah. Again, if luck doesn't factor into it, then you have to sit here and talk about how incredible I am as a person for reaching this level of wealth that I have. Okay? Go ahead. You not think investing in reversing climate change is more important at the moment? I mean, we can literally walk and chew gum at the same time. Could you explain why it's important? Okay. One of the immediate consequences of space travel is new technology. Okay? It's new technology that comes for everyone, like for commercial use. Like some of the easiest ones that I can describe are, for example, the technology that firefighters use. The tech that firefighters use when they are literally battling fucking fires. That comes from space tech. Space tech. Just so much comes back into play. This is true, but this specific instance was just a bored billionaire. Missions like this are done for PR purposes. Memory foam, quantum computers, just so much. Also, not only that, but one thing to consider here is mining. Like the natural resources that you can find in space could change the course of history in incredibly profound ways that you can't even imagine. Okay? You understand? Yeah, here are the commercial products and technology that we have access to now as a consequence of space travel. Literally the biggest leap in human history, the mind space. Yes, tackling space is going to change our future in ways that are unimaginable, dude. Unimaginable. But don't people make that argument about the military-industrial complex all the time? Although maybe space people aren't spending their budgets on new wheelie chairs every year. Dude. There is a goal within the military-industrial complex. The ultimate goal for the military-industrial complex is still death, destabilization, and destruction. Okay? They might promote it as security, but ultimately that's what they do. The ultimate goal of space travel is going to space. Okay? Like, making that comparison is very strange. Anyway. Yeah, Hasan's a very intelligent person. He's very interesting to listen to. Oh, thank you. How does he not immediately evaporate from the pure hypocrisy and irony of him complaining about pollution when he's personally responsible for like 80% of it? What the fuck? I mean, he's just... It is what it is, dude. I mean, he's fucking doing PR for himself.
Focus of my work.
All right, maybe my hardest question. Your brother just took you to space. What are you giving him for Christmas?
Look, I already let the guy take me to space. What more do I need to do for this man?
But honestly, as fathers, when you were up there, I talked to you yesterday and you were, I'm cool, I'm fine. Were you panicked?
No, I was never panicked. I was never panicked. I got a little emotional when I was sitting waiting for the launch and just thinking about my kids and my wife and everything. It was, it's a profound moment, and the training that we went through was fantastic for anything that might be off nominal. But it was a perfect flight, and boy, what an adventure! It was unbelievable.
Some of our family members were a little anxious.
Yeah,
they flipped between wanting to stow aboard in our carry luggage and wanting to stop us from going, but I think that's natural. It was a perfectly nominal mission. It was so much fun and meaningful too.
When are you doing it next?
As soon as, how about tomorrow? Let's do it again.
Seriously, do you want to do it?
The funniest part about this is it's just like he's still just a whack ass dude. Like this didn't change. You know what I mean? Here, let's look. Look at how far Jeff Bezos has come from 2001 when he was doing this Taco Bell ad. Here.
PDAs, handhelds, I've seen these. What do we have that's new?
Well, this just came out.
Interesting.
That's the new Taco Bell chicken quesadilla.
3 melted cheeses, marinated all white meat chicken.
They're calling this the hot new handheld. Can I get a demo?
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
3 melted cheeses, marinated all white meat. The new chicken quesadilla.
It's the same guy. Like, it's still the same fucking dweeb, dude. He hasn't had a unique or profound thought in his entire goddamn life. And going to space is not going to change that. Okay? Right place, right time, sharky enough to be able to take advantage and exploit people appropriately. That's it. I say this as someone who has also been profoundly fortunate to experience the amount of success that I have. In my personal career, I have opportunities, plenty of opportunities to fucking, push this to the next level that I personally don't take. And the reason why I don't take it is because I want to manage my growth and do it in a way that also reflects my values, my internal moral system. Like, it's just, some people don't feel like that. Some people don't want to have those shackles, and they just go balls to the fucking wall. Or you're working for a company owned by him? Yeah, of course, dude. He's literally a demigod. This is what people refuse to comprehend. This man is a literal fucking demigod, okay? We look back on history and laugh about how delusional people were, how delusional the peasants were to believe that these theocratic monarchies maintained their grip on power through violence, but also the justification then was God. God gave them the royal family gene, okay? God gave them the right to fucking own all the lands and rule everyone. And that's idiotic.
Maybe only
okay? That's idiotic. You know that now. Except we still have that exact same concept. And now, that justification for these demigods existing on this planet with more power and more wealth than those prior kingdoms, basically, is meritocracy. They deserve to be in this position. You criticize Amazon all the time. I don't know why people say, lol, but you work for Amazon. I know. This is no different than thinking that he has a divine right to be this demigod amongst us. Do you understand?
soon? How soon?
Well, I want to fly a bunch of people, so I'm not going to go next. I'm going to save seats for others. But I do want to go again.
Do you wish your grandfather could have seen this?
Hell yes.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
We talked about that.
Is he the one person you thought of up there? I mean, your family has a history of space exploration, space work.
Yeah,
I definitely thought about Pop.
We said that in the capsule. Yeah, you know who would love this?
I definitely thought about Pop. He would have been the one.
We live in capitalism. Its power seems inescapable. So did the divine right of kings. Any human power can be resisted and changed by human beings. Ursula Le Guin, rest in power.
And like,
problems. America is full of cucks to capital holders. I don't get why people aren't like, why am I not getting that? Or why does he deserve to have that? People need to be more selfish towards capital. We can choose to take shit from Jeff Bezos at all. I mean, I don't think it's selfishness. I disagree. I don't think it's hyper individualistic idealism. I think it's the opposite. I think we need to have a more collective understanding. I think we need to implement collectivist attitudes. It's the exact opposite. I think Americans are too obsessed with hyper individualism and are pumped so much propaganda to assume falsely that one day they themselves will also be like Jeff Bezos. This lie that's been fed to them. And some, one in a fucking trillion, obviously not in a trillion, but like one in multiple billions has the opportunity, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, you're never going to get there. And you shouldn't want to get there anyway. You should want to be happy. You should want to be healthy. You should want to have all of your freedoms intact. You should want to be secure. And you should want to engage in actions that offer you self-fulfillment. Okay? That's it. You shouldn't want to be like Jeff Bezos. I think it's fucking nasty to have that approach. I 100% despise that attitude. Americans aren't collectivist culturally, and because of that, socialism fails to ban here repeatedly. Easier to do it, appealing to selfishness and achieve same ends while raising socialist brand. Biggest failing of DSA at all. I don't know. I think people have a profound misunderstanding when it comes to Marxist ideology or Marxism in general. There is an individualism within Marxism, okay? And that is individuals becoming more free, liberated from the shackles of capital to be able to pursue self-fulfillment. That was like kind of a big deal in Das Kapital. Like, it's kind of the biggest part of why a better future could exist. It's not so that you are, operating at the behest of equity for the sake of equity itself. Do you understand? It's trying to improve material conditions for all so that every single individual can, work at the factory in the morning for a couple hours, go fishing for a couple hours after that, and then, I don't know, write poetry if they want to do so for the rest of the day. We have gotten to a level of technological achievement where such a feat is possible, where people could truly live on a couple hours of work a day. But we refuse to do so because the way that wealth accumulates at the top under a capitalist organization of the economy renders that impossible.
To the bourgeoisie. It's the trap liberals want self-hate.
All true, but when theory meets the road, reality supersedes it. DSA socialists need to detach themselves from a dogma written like a century ago in a world where that no longer exists. Flexibility is a comparative. Yeah, I'm not saying that, like, Marxist doctrine or orthodox Marxism is the appropriate attitude to have. That's why people get mad at me and say I'm a revisionist and a cuck. But DSA is not like that either. DSA is like full of people with different opinions on this. Wait, Tulsi Gabbard did not say this. What the fuck? The only problem I have with Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin space rocket ship in the outer space is that it's going to come back. Are you serious? There's no shot. She got hacked, right? This is the best thing she's ever said. Anyway. We'll watch this dating coach thing in a second. Tom Brady was shooting the shit with
we found our rhythm.
Old Joe right here. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
We got on a roll. Not a lot of people, think that we could have won. And in fact, I think about 40% of the people still don't think we won.
I understand that.
You understand that, Mr. President?
I understand that.
Yeah. And personally, it's nice for me to be back here. We had a game in Chicago where I forgot what down it was. I lost track of one down in 21 years of playing. And they started calling me Sleepy Tom. Why would they do that to me? So,
what the fuck? Is Ripperoni, dude. Tom Brady a lib? Dude, he's a multi-millionaire celebrity athlete. Of course he's a lib. He's whatever the fuck is marketable, okay? He's whatever the fuck is inoffensive. That's what he is. And if you think it's any... Yo, can I get some fucking videos from the actual interview that they did, like the post-game interview that they did from the space rocket? Yeah, he's a big Trump supporter. I know he's a big Trump supporter. I'm saying, but now he's not. And the reason why he's not anymore is because it's no longer fashionable. You're missing the point. For these people, it's just different flavor, okay? It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. Does anyone have the video of their post-game interview? New Wendy Williams just dropped.
Lifetime all.
We should be able to say that fishing, writing poetry, raising your children, mowing your lawn, and working in the factory is all work, and we should treat it as such. Oh my God, Jeff Bezos reacts to successful...
Small and amazing little town. We're making a dent in it. And we appreciate you for allowing us to be part of your town. And then I want to thank...
I gotta pee, I'll be back.
Every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer, because you guys paid for all of this. So seriously, for every Amazon customer out there and every Amazon employee, thank you from the bottom of my heart very much. It's very appreciated. And, now on to how it felt. Oh my God! My expectations were high and they were dramatically exceeded. We were talking about this a little bit in the car ride on the way back, and I don't know, the 0G piece may have been one of the biggest surprises because it felt so normal. It felt so almost like we were, as humans, evolved to be in that environment, which I know is impossible, but it felt so serene and peaceful, and the floating. It's actually much nicer than being in full one gravity. It's a very pleasurable experience, just from the way it feels, the tactileness of it. The most profound piece of it for me was looking out at the Earth and looking at the Earth.
Dude, he's literally doing the fucking, what is it called? The horizon. When you see the Earth, what is it called? The overview effect or whatever. He's like, yeah, he's doing that. And a lot of simps are going to probably believe that. I can't wait for the many MSNBC panels dedicated to like specialists, previous astronauts, like, oh man, the overview effect is such a profound experience. It's like impossible to comprehend unless you're there. La la la, blah blah blah. Like
talking us through it.
I know Abby Martin's on JRE. Yeah. I'm sure they're going to talk about how he's going to be different now. He's not, okay? He's not.
This atmosphere, every astronaut, everybody who's been up into space they say this, that it changes them, and they look at it and they're kind of amazed and awestruck by the earth and its beauty, but also by its fragility. And I can vouch for that. When I look out, you know, when we're sitting in this room and when we're driving our cars and we're moving around the planet in our normal ways, the atmosphere is so gigantic.
You know, you can't write stuff like that in the chat, right? Like, if you say kill Jeff Bezos, like, I'm gonna ban you. Like, you fucking idiot.
We're these tiny little things, and the planet, the atmosphere is so big. But when you get up above it, what you see is it's actually incredibly thin. It's this tiny little fragile thing. And as we move about the planet, we're damaging it. And, you know, so that is, you know, that's a very profound.
Like, what's he gonna do? What are the efforts he's gonna take to reduce his carbon emissions or reduce his incredible amount of garbage that his logistics creates? Nothing. He's not. He's not gonna do anything. He's just like, he doesn't believe in any of the things that he's talking about. Like, he's just gonna use going green as a PR opportunity. Maybe, okay? Maybe.
One thing to recognize that intellectually, it's another thing to actually see with your own eyes how fragile it really is, and that was amazing. Who wants to add?
Oliver, you want to tell us how it was? Our first paying customer? Feel like you got your money's worth, sir?
For sure. No, it was so amazing to see it from above and to move around. Like, yeah, I totally agree. It feels so natural, like almost like we should be doing this. And I hope that we are one of the first, and let's hope that many, many more people can do this, because this experience you should share with more and more people. It's so amazing.
And a special congratulations to you on becoming the youngest person to have ever flown in space.
Thank you.
That guy deserved it, dude. He worked really hard for it. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. He's literally the son of a fucking millionaire, like a multi-millionaire himself. When the other anonymous person bid $28 million to take the flight and he pulled out due to scheduling conflicts, i.e., he pussied out because he didn't want to fucking die up there because he got scared, which is understandable. And, like, I mean, I don't fault him. I mean, he'll probably grow up to be a demon himself. Damon will. Right? I don't know how you drop 28 racks and then you're just like, oh man, I have a prior obligation. Like, I can't do that. It's crazy. Amazon workers are killing themselves while in the facility while Bezos was having his little space joyride. Dear guest, there's a general message sent on behalf of the hotel. Applies post-surgery recovery. Guests have future reservation with us. If you're not a post-surgery recovery patient, please be aware that the results of the safety and security... What is this, dude? Did you just send me the wrong tweet?
Bezos looking like a Red Dead Redemption character.
Jinsui, I'm literally never clicking on your links again. I'm done.
Space cool.
You buy stuff from Amazon? Of course I do. I work for Amazon. I work for Amazon. I have Amazon Prime.
Bezos money get.
Isn't a rack a grand? Yes, I meant back. Do you think Elon Musk will now get launched on one of his rockets? I don't know. You get an employee discount? Fuck no, dude. Are you crazy? Oliver Damon, millionaire son, 18, going to space with Jeff Bezos, but only follows Elon Musk. A paying customer gave up his $28 million ticket aboard the New Shepard rocket. He had double booked the July 20th takeoff. That's so stupid. Like, I don't understand. There's Musk, however, along with the official account of SpaceX, a fierce competitor, Mr. Bezos, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about that. I want to know what his dad does. Mr. Damien is the CEO and founder of hedge fund Somerset Capital Partners, which says he founded in 2009 to combine his background in real estate investing, financial markets, and private equity, which checks out. Wow. Blue Origin said it would fulfill a lifelong dream for Oliver, who's been... Bro, he's been around for 18 years, man. What do you mean a lifelong dream? He literally went up there with the first potential female astronaut. Like, that's a fucking lifelong dream, dog. What the fuck do you mean? The son of a fucking private equity owner.
Political Andy takes. Let's go.
The live auction streamed on 12 June. Bidding started at 4.8 million among 20 bidders with increasing increments up to 1 million. Unless Mr. Oliver had the best summer job for a teenager ever, his father, Joe's Damon, is a likely candidate for the winning bid that he then gave to his son. Mr. Damon is the CEO and founder of the hedge fund Somerset Capital Partners, which says he founded in 2009 to combine his... In 2009? This motherfucker built a hedge fund in 2009, dude? What? Combine his background in real estate investing in 2009. He will join Wally Funk, who is aged 82 and will become the oldest person to go to space. Mr. Bezos and his brother Mark will make up the rest of the passengers. I wonder what else happened in that time frame. Yeah. 2009 is an awfully peculiar year to start a hedge fund that predominantly, focuses on real estate investing. It's kind of a strange time, I guess. Who knows? Yeah, I'm just gonna start my real estate investment hedge fund immediately in the aftermath of like our generation's worst financial crisis in the housing market. Nothing strange or weird to see here, folks. Please look away. And I mean yet, yes. Worst financial crisis so far, yet. Conspiracy theories? What conspiracy theory, dumbass? He bought the dip. Okay? That's not a conspiracy theory. There's only a conspiracy theory if you don't even have like a fucking basic understanding of economics. It's not a conspiracy theory. He fucking started a hedge fund in 2009 because he had a profound amount of capital and he fucking seized a bunch of real estate after literally everything went underwater. That's it. There's no conspiracy there. That's just, I was just joking about it. It's a very obvious thing that he did.
In the words of Bender Bending Rodriguez in Back Baby Smoke Time.
Yes. He was out there scooping up evicted houses of single families. Okay? That's what he was doing. The other partner at Somerset Capital is a minister in Bojo's government. Oi, bruv! He's a fucking minister, yeah? What makes you think he didn't have a real cognitive shift? He seems really honest about it. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Anyway. I unironically believe that one of the more ethical forms of generating wealth is by being a fucking athlete or a Hollywood Andy. It's just the truth. You're mostly making your money off of your labor. It's just still wage labor for the most part. Incredibly well unionized wage labor. Says the Hollywood Andy. I mean, it's the truth. And maybe not Hollywood, which is like infested with nepotism, But the field of athletic competition is probably one of the only places on the planet where true meritocracy, or the closest thing to a meritocracy, exists. Obviously, there's still material differences between, you know, a poor person growing up in a poor country and the access that they have to certain, like, you know, sports science and medicine and shit like that. But it is one of the only areas where, like, there is something that we are the closest to a fucking meritocracy. What about being a teacher? What? No, I'm saying, no, I'm talking about the mega wealthy, my friend. No, when we talk about millionaires and billionaires, well, not billionaires, but like millionaires, I mean, like, out of all of the wealthy individuals, it is the only ethical form of, it's the closest to like a full-blown ethical form of generating your income. I was talking about wealthy people, not like people who work hard and have like incredible, great jobs.
I didn't watch Lifetime all weekend. I didn't get caught up in many movies. And I didn't see any Sex in the City. By the way, a shout out to Kim Cattrall. Her brother was missing. And I saw on the news feed this morning that he was found dead. Yeah, Samantha from Sex in the City. So, but I didn't see, did anybody watch Sex in the City over the weekend? Where was it? They had a lot of movies on, like, ugh, with the movies, ugh. Like stupid ones that we've all seen so many times. Anyway, all right, don't mean to bring you down, but it's time for Wendy's Pop Tropic giveaway.
She's got to be a sociopath, right? Like, I've never seen a tone shift like this. I mean, it's not even a tone shift, really. She's just like the way that she talks about death. I don't really understand, like, how a person with a soul would behave this way. My problematic Faye, how do you feel about people who work for their money and end up wealthy? I mean, like, it's all a matter of what you do with it and what you believe in and what you advocate for. Like, I don't.
Dead on purpose.
I love Bernie Sanders. He's a millionaire. So you're telling me if you work your ass off to become, okay, shut up. I don't. It's the same copy pasta.
Three.
There's a limit that you should have to generate content worse than Miz being a clout demon.
Thanks for the 5 months. Wish you the best.
Anyway. This is another funny Wendy Williams moment. Let's watch another one.
Oh, she passed away? Oh. All right.
All right. Wait, check out this Rand Paul blamed 4 million deaths on Fauci and hearing.
The studying of this.
Dude, I don't care about Rand Paul and fucking ramen noodle head. I just don't care. I'm done fucking looking at. I'm done looking at space. It's time to look at the same state where that rocket was launched from.
To be honest.
Wait, what is this? Midas Touch podcast with Eric Swalwell? We'll get to this in a second. So let's talk about Texas. Trying very desperately to become the absolute worst place in America. Okay? They're just fucking so dog shit, dude. They are so incredibly dog shit. Recently, there was a decision that in a Texas court that rendered new DACA applicants, I guess that basically ended the DACA program for new applicants. DACA, for those of you who are unaware, are dreamers, okay? This is a program that was instituted under the Obama administration for children who came to the United States of America alongside their parents as children. They had no autonomy. They had no control. They basically came to the United States. They were like 2 years old all the way to 16. We have dreamers in the audience as well, or DACA recipients in the audience as well. Deferred action on childhood arrival is the full name for it. But a Texas judge has ordered that the federal government is going to stop granting new DACA applications. Now, of course, the federal government is going to push back on this. Okay. But it is a profoundly popular program. Absolutely inhumane and cruel to try to stop it. I have DACA, I can still apply, but people who are trying to apply for the first time can't anymore. Well, for now. After a federal judge in Texas ruled Friday that deferred action for childhood arrivals, a program that allows certain immigrants to temporarily avoid deportation and receive renewable work permits, is illegal, and ordered the Biden administration to stop granting new applications. Judge Andrew Hanen, the fucking heinous ghoul, his order won't affect current DACA recipients who have the 2-year renewable work permits. These rulings do not resolve the issue of hundreds of thousands of DACA recipients and others who have relied upon this government for almost a decade. Hanen's order says that reliance has not diminished and may, in fact, have increased over time. The ruling stems from the 2018 lawsuit filed by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and 8 other states against the federal argument. The complaint argues that Texas and other states face irreparable harm because they bear extra costs for providing health care, education, and law enforcement protection to DACA recipients. What extra cost, you dumb fuck? Seriously.
I was approved a couple of days before the court ruling.
Now, DACA has rigorous and difficult to abide by standards. Like, this is conditional, short-term
DACA represent, but goddamn it's expensive.
Citizen, like, kind of citizenship, like conditional citizenship for the short term. Despite the fact that it's extremely popular, and the idea that every DACA recipient should be fast-tracked to get amnesty and full-blown naturalized citizenship is also incredibly popular. Like, we're talking 90%, dude. Like, not like some Americans think that this is a bad idea. Like, no. If you are anti-DACA, okay, if you're anti this program, you are a fucking demon. Like, there's no two ways about it. Like, that's just it. You're a bad person. I will straight up say that. You are a horrible monster. Okay? There are, of course, more than 600,000 DACA recipients, including 101,970 in Texas, which has the second most DACA recipients in the country after California, according to the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Remember, these are kids who came here that, in most instances, don't even speak the language of their, the country they came from, don't understand that culture. They're like American, they came here, they live here their entire lives, and all of a sudden their immigration status or their citizenship is in limbo. They also have to either be in high school or work. They have to have a clean criminal record, no blemishes at all. Otherwise, you're not eligible for the DACA program. So, like, these are, I would even go so far as to say, like, too strenuous and too rigid.
We will.
Someone said we live our lives 2 years at a time, and now I'm crying because, yes, dude, it's fucked up. They probably speak Spanish. You're just made that up. You fucking dingus. Especially because, like, DACA isn't just for Latin American countries either. But, yeah, good one, dude. Nice self-report, though. Adalin Stormlight. I wonder what this fucking LARPer, Nordic rune-loving Nazi piece of shit has to say about this. Should we bring in more low-wage laborers so that big business can remain solvent and won't collapse into smaller business organizations? That's how you think the world works, you fucking dumb shit? Why are DACA recipients low-wage workers first and foremost? There are a ton of DACA kids in my fucking audience right now that are doing significantly better than you in this current marketplace. You're just jealous, okay? That's why, because you're pathetic and you're a fucking loser and you've never accomplished anything in your life and you just want to limit the competition, right? You want to limit the competition. Dumb shit. Get the fuck out of my audience. You fucking pathetic worm, dude. I would deport Nazis and bring in as many DACA kids or as many fucking immigrants as possible. They want it harder. They worked harder to be here. They love America more than you. Suck my cock. Scumbag. Republicans love saying lies about DACA recipients. Yeah. Anyway. Yes, David Dobrik is a DACA recipient, even though he has fallen out of favor. So I don't know if I should use him as an example. I feel like people are gonna be like, "Oh, fuck him, deport David Dobrik." I know he's a DACA recipient. The program has survived previous court rulings. Trump administration had to put an end to the program.
I missed the Tom Brady and Biden
before a Supreme Court ruling a year ago that allowed the federal government to continue it. Like, it's just the most cruel thing you can fucking do. It's absolutely the most cruel thing you can do to, like, what are you going to do? Deport these, like, people that are no longer even kids anymore, but, like, deport these individuals that have been here their entire lives that like probably didn't even know that they're not fully American, I guess, until later on in their lives. They pay taxes, they work, they do everything. And then what? You're just going to deport them to fucking, like, Guatemala if they're from Guatemala, for example? They don't know anything about Guatemala. They might not even have family there. In a lot of instances, can't speak the language. Like, you're just going to fucking deport them, dude? That is so insanely cruel. It is so insanely fucking cruel. Especially when, like, it's not a burden at all. Okay? So I wanted to talk about that. But then also, I found out that there is a Texas Senate bill that dropped teaching requirement that Ku Klux Klan is morally wrong, and also eliminated requirements that included the writings of Martin Luther King Jr., the United Farm Workers leader Cesar Chavez, and the suffragist Susan B. Anthony. You know, that's the way you defeat critical race theory, by just doing critical racism theory. I hate Texas so much. I'm sorry, boys. I love the top of the hour ad breaks that come in, but I absolutely despise Texas legislators. Like, they're such fucking relentless scumbags, dude. The absolute worst. But yes, it is top of the fucking hour, which means it's time for a 60-second ad break. Now, if you'd like to no longer see those ads, dude, I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I didn't eat enough yesterday, and then I fucking drank some liquid crack. Bang. Sour apple or sour head this morning, and now I want to fucking, my face is all warm and I want to throw up. Really need to eat soon. I think I'm not doing all right, boys. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, it's top of the hour. If you want to subscribe, you can do it for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime.
Love you, Hasan.
Oof. I forgot to eat yesterday. I ate, but then I forgot to eat, like, my protein snackies before I went to bed. My face is so warm right now.
The warmness is probably an niacin flush from the bang energy.
Anyway, here's the ad break now.
News this Friday, dozens of Texas House Democrats remain in our nation's capital, urging Congress to pass federal voting legislation. A bill banning critical race theory in Texas classrooms passed the Texas Senate here in Austin today. This would apply to Texas public schools, kindergarten through high school. Critical race theory is an academic discipline exploring the idea that the concept of race was created to suppress groups of people, and that in the United States, several systems, from slavery to the modern-day legal system, are inherently racist because they were created to maintain racial superiority. Mineola Republican Senator Brian Hughes says the bill would require a broad framework, but doesn't affect what is taught, creates a civics training program for teachers, and prohibits teachers from being compelled to talk about current events or controversial issues, among other things. Those against the bill argue that the bill would brush aside or whitewash history.
Our classrooms.
I mean, that's the entire point of most teachings in the South about the Civil War. Okay, that's the whole point. This is what the Daughters of the Confederacy very openly and actively engaged in, and successfully.
Should be places for fostering a diverse and fact-based discussion of various perspectives. They're not for planting seeds for a divisive political agenda.
This legislation, while well-intentioned, unduly would restrict important but challenging conversations that otherwise should occur in classrooms. My opinion is based partly on the testimony of teachers who testified about the unnecessary pressure, intimidation, and uncertainty it would create for them. Trust our teachers, one testified.
That from the Senate floor today. The bill passed on an 18-4 vote in the...
Are these things passing as a result of Dems fleeing the state? Democrats are not fleeing Texas. What? Are you insane? Texas is... No, these things are actually passing because of the exact opposite of what you just said. Because Democrats are coming into the state. So Texas is like literally trying as hard as they can to make sure that no... Oh, House Democrat. Oh, the state reps. The state reps. Oh, yeah. The lawmakers. No.
The Texas Senate, and of course now heads to the House, but without a quorum in the House of Representatives, no action can be taken. Now,
they're referring to them House members leaving, but the Republicans have their numbers for a quorum in the Senate, but they just don't have it in the House. Yeah. I thought you meant like Democrats in general are leaving Texas when it's just the exact opposite. But these kinds of actions are being done as a retaliation to Austin's growth and as a retaliation to Texas turning blue, the fears that Texas might turn blue. That's the reason. "100% true. I live in the South, and I learned more about Jim Crow laws than from you about Jim Crow laws in my whitewash history books." So many people learned about the Tulsa massacre here for the first time ever when I first covered it. I remember people being shocked that this was like a thing that happened. I mean, obviously then HBO's Watchmen popularized it as well, but before that, everyone was like, what the fuck? Or the move bombing. No, I talked about it before Watchmen. I mean, obviously. Here's why Governor Abbott added critical race theory to the special session. He doesn't want our kids to learn that white supremacy is morally wrong. You read that right. We must trust our teachers. We must defend our classrooms. The history of white supremacy, including but not limited to the institution of slavery, the eugenics movement, and the Ku Klux Klan, and the ways in which it is morally wrong. The measure slices out more curriculum requirements from an already restrictive Texas education law passed last month as part of conservatives' fear-mongering about critical race theory. I think they should just forcibly make teachers just instill the Nazi doctrine. Like, just talk about how white people are superior in every way genetically. You know, teach kids about phrenology. Fuck it, dude. Go balls to the wall. Like, can you imagine being like, teachers can't fucking teach that the
Albius on
KKK
Twitter
was
and
bad?
Instagram.
Like a white supremacist terror organization was like morally wrong, evil, indecent. Fuck it, dude. And then it's pretty funny because people are like, what do you mean Republicans are racist? Like, well, why are you doing such racist things all the time? Like, this is just a thing that a racist person would do. Like, there's no two ways about it. This is actually a thing that a very racist person would do. Not like somewhat a racist person. Like a very racist person would be like, no, we got to take that out, brother. We got to take that shit out. You can fucking cry about how you're not racist. You're not racist. It's critical race theory is bad. It's bad. It's bad all day fucking long. But no, you are a gigantic, bigoted piece of shit. You are fucking terrified of the world changing around you. And you think that, like, you know, if our children learn the right history of the United States of America with all of its negative consequences as well as the positives, that, you know, they would no longer be susceptible to your constant racial agitprop. It's disgusting. It's pathetic. Hasan, why do you live in a red state? I'm curious. I just want an answer. Don't flam or ban me. Yes, I live in the red state of California. For those of you who don't know. It's true. Tim Pool confirmed. Donald Trump did win the state of California. By red state, I mean, I think you mean California, which of course is like one of the most annoying neoliberal shitholes on the planet. Like, I hate the California liberalism, okay? California liberalism is basically let the big tech disruptors do whatever the fuck they want, roll over everyone, make sure that the housing market is constantly growing in areas so that people get priced out of the housing market over and over again. Have a fuck ton of vacant homes when there's people dying on the fucking street. But hey, unlike the Republicans, we don't want to advocate to murder the homeless folk directly or like push them away until they fucking die in the outskirts of the city. But instead, we let them eat the trash and live in fucking tents right outside of your fucking houses on the sidewalk, and then they fight each other in the middle of the street in the middle of the night. And then, you know, the ethical thing to do is just look away. Okay? That's the Democrat idea. That's the ethical democratic approach to solving the homelessness crisis, is just like, you know, let them do whatever the fuck, dude. Fuck it. Who cares? Let them fucking eat trash and live in fucking tents. Great.
Two months baby hassle.
Bro, is their right to live in tents? Fuck off, dude. I mean, it's their right to live in tents. No, motherfucker. They should live in houses, okay? There should be public fucking housing. It's so nasty. It's so disgusting that we treat human beings like this. We're just like, yeah, just fucking literally live in a tent city with, like, as your mental health slowly deteriorates, as you get addicted to drugs. And the original reason why you were homeless to begin with was because either you were a veteran and you had untreated mental health problems, and then it spiraled out of fucking control, or you were priced out of your the housing market, so you couldn't rent anymore, but you still had a job at Starbucks, so you were doing it out of your fucking car. And now, 5 years down the line, your friends don't want you to couch surf anymore, so you're living in a fucking tent and you're doing heroin in the middle of a goddamn street and pissing and shitting on a fucking sidewalk, dude. And people literally look at you like you're filth. Incredible stuff. What an incredibly fucking a beautiful communist utopia we live in here in California. I love that. Your meta sucks dick. React clown. Aw. Aw, boo boo. Aw. Maya takes that meat every morning. Poor Maya, horny goat weed. Oh, God. Wait, you're a Mizkif fan. What the fuck? You're a Miz kid. What do you mean my meta sucks? Mizkif and I do the same thing. I mean, on top of that, I talk about politics, but... All right, let's watch this.
It's pro wrestling.
Trigger warning, Ted Cruz. Theodore Jebediah Cruz.
To be honest, many of my colleagues are
I have to pee, I'll be back.
better suited to work at the WWE. And I say that about Gates because I've worked with him on marijuana issues. I've worked with him on other issues, especially really before Trumpism took off and he turned into a character. And he would, there were times where he would laugh at himself about how stupid he had to act, to keep, the act going. That's what's so frustrating. And this may sound crazy, but if you ran into Matt Gaetz or Ted Cruz or Jim Jordan at the Santa Monica Pier, you would say, these are nice guys. Boy, they're nothing like, what I see them do on Twitter or TV. And I write about this in the book. During the impeachment trial in the Senate, Ted Cruz came up to me, like we bumped into each other in the Senate bathroom, and he said, hey, I think you're doing a great job out there. I just want you to know that. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He just scorched me on Fox News like the night before. He tweets at me like every other week. But to him, if you're a pro wrestler, like it doesn't matter that you hit me over the head in the ring with a steel chair. It's all fake, right? You're just doing what the fans want. So I should just be cool with it because he projects onto me what he does. He thinks that I'm just performing as well. And that's what's most sickening is that I don't even know what these guys believe. Like, I really don't. I think they just are giving what they think the fans want, what they think the fans want. It really is crazy. I'm not kidding you. Like, I will walk by. There's a colleague of mine who is a ranking member of one of their committees. And he and I had gone out before, had gone to dinner before, had tried to work on some issues together, like in the healthcare space. And again, he started all of a sudden when it was popular to like tee off on me. I'd see him on Fox News and I'd see him tweeting at me. And then like a day later, we'd pass each other on the congressional steps going up to the Capitol. And he'd be like, hey, I've got a great restaurant that we need to go to. Like, let's try and find time to do it. I'm like, what is this? But like to these guys, it's not even real. Like, it's not real.
"14 months Pog. Trans rights Hasselmayat 1 Damrad.
Sorry. Texas won't actually become blue. They just want weed.
It's pro.
I think in my mind, it's worse that they know what they're doing is wrong and they still do it. Like they LARP as fucking Nazis. What difference does it make? If they're LARPing as Nazis in an effort to get fucking Nazis to vote for them, then they're just Nazis, Who cares?
Hey, Chad.
At what point is the distinction insignificant? You know what I mean? Anyway. To them, they know it's a show, but they also know damn well that their voters are the type of people who think WWE is real. I mean... there were so many things I want to show you. The Joe Rogan I want to see, but before that, here's a meme. Ostonox came out with another meme, dude. Let's see what's going on.
And Hasan, I appreciate you. I know. You and I go back. Me, you, Miz, and stuff. I know you guys we have our own fucking triangle. I really do like I really do like like you guys, just personally I do. But I wanted to show you this one clip. Can I flip camera? Or, yeah, you can. Okay. I'm on a phone. Bear with me. Sorry, guys.
Oh, this is tech, Dan. Take note of this shit.
I know,
right
I'm
here,
really
boy.
sorry. Just watch this clip right here.
Have you guys ever heard of Cussy? No. I don't know why. I was in Hoscourt. Oh my god. Hasan has this thing called car, like he was supposed. It's car pussy.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's like literally, I don't know, some weird thing where cars have. So you have sex with a car? Never mind. I'm being PogU.
So like basically, hold on, my bad. Let me flip it back. My bad. Basically, like what the hell was that? So
Damn, that was so good, dude. Ostonox is great at fucking.
You Hassie. My GF makes fun of me for how much I watch / like you, but it's okay because you're rad. Remember,
This guy's
chat, you are loved.
cosplaying as you?
are
Who
enough.
is?
You are not alone. It'll get better, chat. Hassle, you are loved. You are enough. You are not alone. Hassle, smooch it.
Why are UFOs being acknowledged now? I don't care about this. When it comes to like having a convo with Abby Martin, I'd much rather hear about Israel Palestine than fucking UFOs. You know what I mean? Dude, please stop spamming the fucking California wildfires or Western Pacific West Coast or the wildfire news. I'm not going to cover it. It's boring. It's sad. I don't know what you want me to say about it. Like, climate change is fucking destroying the planet. Just like, I don't know what you want me to say. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna watch the dating coach video in a little bit. I just wanted to do a little bit more political stuff. Smoke from the California fires in New York City? Wait, no shot. I thought the orange haze in New York City this morning was the humidity, but apparently it's wildfire smoke that drifted from the West Coast. Everything is fine. Wait, really? How will that even happen? I didn't know that it could travel all the way over to the East Coast. I mean, this is something every Californian is very familiar with. That orange haze is something that happens yearly now. It happens anytime there's wildfires going on. We are used to it. Oh, people are saying it's the Ontario fires that created the smog and the orange haze in New York. Yeah, this was literally the entirety of California last summer, and it'll happen again too. It's not coming from CA. I think when people said CA, they meant Canada, and I thought they meant California because I live a very California-centric life. That's what it is. That's what I thought was going on, you know? Okay, let's do fucking LSF to give Lil Krish what he wants. Otherwise, he's gonna fucking die. Forsen finally reaches his lowest point in his life. Okay, shit. Can't believe I just clicked the Forsen. Today we finally become a real influencer, playing some Raid Shadow Legends for stream later. Oh no. They made him an offer he could not refuse. Monka Omega. Preparing for child cost. Pagman. Echo gets world first sanctum domination loud. I don't know what that is. Mewtwo King shows how important a single frame is in Melee.
Up to it again. Oh, yeah, get this, guys. This was one frame off from hitting. This one frame changed the tournament. He can't shield here. Now he can shield. Zane being one frame late here changed the tournament.
Yesterday, I really go on LSF. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm going on LSF, because I haven't in a while. I like rarely ever do like full blown LSF.
And now he accidentally double jumps, panics, and he's dead. Up to it again. Oh.
I don't really know what's going on here. Sony deletes all tweets related to being tested positive for COVID-19 after criticism. Wait, what is this? I'm just gonna play video games and keep my life private. Good night, Twitter. Why are people criticizing him? What's the tea? What's the spice? What's the sauce? So Sony lied to OTV when they had a gathering. OTV claimed everybody attended his vaccine, so either OTV lied or Sony lied, and it's most likely Sony did. He legit called them cloud chasers for going to Vazies with them. Uh-oh. We will finish the video I started yesterday. We will. He said he didn't want to get vaccinated because he's immunocompromised and now he has COVID.
Almost 2 years WTF.
You can still test positive if you're fully vaxxed. No, I understand. Yeah, you can still absolutely get vaccinated and still and test positive. I don't know if he was though. Texas no longer requires schools to teach Klan is morally wrong. Yeah, you're late, chatter. We already talked about it. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the New Zealand murder in a little bit. Just wait, dude. Just wait. Wait, wasn't he at the 100 Thieves event? Oh shit, he was. But that was weeks ago though. Like I think he recently got it, right? Scroll further, better lore master there. Sony, I'm not gonna get vaccinated because I have a weak immune system. With that being said, though, I'm still gonna party at crowded clubs, raves, social gatherings. Fuck it, dude. Also, Sony, how these people are brain dead in the chat during this clip. Just keep streaming without the cam lol. Do they not understand how being sick works? I don't know what Sony means by weak immune system, but people with weakened immune systems, there really isn't much evidence that COVID vaccines are safe for them, and we don't know if they're fully protected. Source. That being said, you shouldn't be in crowded areas and partying. Absolutely correct. I've said this before. Immunocompromised people should be the biggest advocates for the vaccine and vaccines in general, because vaccines will allow you to reach what the fuck? I can't remember words now, dude. I'm getting so mad. Herd immunity. Fuck. Oh, my brain is like fucked up today. Ay, ay, ay. Vaccines will allow you to get herd immunity even if you don't take it personally. And that's the only way to successfully protect you, especially if you're immunocompromised. You desperately need herd immunity. Otherwise, you're going to have like serious complications. Way worse than what the average normal immune system person would. Most of her new fans don't even know who he is or the whole Valkyrie, Texas Mira, Mitch connection. Why do you think she keeps her private life private since she blew up? I don't even know what any of this shit is. No, vaccines are fine for... Dude, just consult your fucking doctor. Consult your doctor if you're immunocompromised before taking a vaccine, but like, please don't be fearful that like the vaccine, if you're immunocompromised, is gonna fucking murder you or some shit.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Yo, welcome to Ultimate, baby. Oh my God. Yo, are we playing Minecraft? Yo, we building. Oh!
Wait, how? Wait, that character is allowed to fucking build shit? What?
Yo.
Annie Fuchsia gets banned for milking a cow. Wait, really?
What?
What the fuck?
What? It's not even spelled correctly.
Hör mir not Ben. It's a beta. It was a bug. Oh, okay. Hör mir not Ben. Adin, peddling gambling to children is fun.
You know, I've never seen you smile before. Do you have a soul?
We saw this yesterday.
I don't do gambling online. I mean, I would say more evidence of having a soul.
How does
not,
doing
is
gambling
not,
online determine if you have a soul or not?
Well, because you have no problem peddling gambling to children, and that's a more soulless act than not smiling. Wouldn't you agree?
Time seeking professional
It's
help
fun.
Fucking hairdo,
No, I've never seen.
XQC says Mischief's gambling deal was scummy. Okay, I don't like. Yes. So, I don't give a fuck. I don't know why you're trying to like start drama there. I mean, even Mischief says it's scummy. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm confused.
Replies. They just throw everybody under the bus. Bunch of bullshit.
Okay, to be fair, I've never had a gambling stream, and I've literally since day one been critical of both XQC and everyone else that fucking gambles.
I've been fully vaccinated since early April, and I tested positive.
So
for
I don't
COVID
know
on
how
Friday
you can
and
say
have
like
been
this
in
is hypocritical
self-isolation since Sag. Everyone, please be
when it comes to me, at least. And not a single person even mentioned XQC, so I don't know why he's like.
Don't even reply to get a counter argument.
Like XQC was not mentioned on the stream at all. But I guess because like people were talking about Gamba, like Trainwrecks got more criticism than XQC did, because XQC got zero criticism.
That's just pure scumlord.
Same slot.
I feel like
that's just shameless.
You said his chat was problematic. No, I didn't. I said XQC is not a normie streamer, dumbass. XQC did show your Twitter DMs on stream for what? Like. I literally said XQC is the only thing I said about XQC was that he's not a normie streamer, despite being the biggest streamer on the platform. When I was shitting on Miskiv, when I was saying that like Adin is a normie streamer, XQC is not, because like he's a degen.
You guys take this and
wait, we have a hostage. We gotta.
They didn't
we
see
gotta
it.
run
No,
it
they
back.
did see them.
Yeah. Fucking you go get the laptop and then bring it back to the store.
All right,
I'll
okay.
take this. Get me guys keys. I'll meet you at the store here.
Especially
X leaking DMs, hypocrite Harold. Bro, literally every time this motherfucker leaks DMs, like, I look better. I don't know why he keeps doing that. Like, what? If at least you can make it look bad. Like, if I was like fake and I don't know, said something different in the DMs than I was in real life, then that's one thing. You know what I mean? But like every time he fucking leaks the DMs, it's like, hey man, I hope you're doing all right. Cause like I do care. Like I care about him. I hope he's doing all right. Like he's like, what the fuck? Fuck you, dude. I'm like, he leaked DMs that he never even read. I don't understand, dude. Like, and by the way, I would have 100% had him on the fucking stream. That would have been awesome. I said as much to him when I saw his DMs to me later. Like, he DM'd me during the process. I didn't see. And once we were done, it was too late. So he's not going to fucking come on anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know why you guys ignore my DMs to get on the podcast when you were actively throwing everyone on the bus. Isn't that like what he showed? Is that what he showed? I don't know what he showed. Hasan is nicer to QC than he is to chat. I mean, he's fucking a peer and coworker of mine. So, and I know him personally. Whereas whenever someone in the fucking chat says some dumb shit, like I don't know them like that. Your leaked DMs don't always match what you say on stream, though. That is absolutely a fucking lie. It's bait, it's bait, it's bait. Yeah, what's up, dude? Get fucked. 7 days. Suck my cock. Nice bait, bitch. How about that? Bait on this. You masturbate on this dick, okay? Dummy.
Especially since Miz took a fucking fake balance. A fucking fake balance deal or whatever, which is I think is the scummiest of all, but it is what it is.
Some chatters really shouldn't chat. I mean, yeah, Miskiff's deal was scummy, and then he fucking at least spoke out against it and didn't do it. This take explains why he was mad.
Yo, you know what I think is hypocritical though? With all the fucking gambling drama and shit, H3H makes a fucking podcast with the other dudes, right? Out of the blue, right? And they have really terrible takes about the whole Gamba thing. And a lot of them are truthful, but there's a lot of lies in there. And I ask to disprove some of the arguments, and nobody replies. They just throw everybody under the bus.
I don't know why he thinks we wouldn't have fucking... I mean, look, I don't know if he reached out to Miskiff and Miskiff knew and didn't want to have him on or something, but I didn't see it. If I knew that he fucking... If I saw his DMs to me while the fucking podcast was going on, why in the ever-loving fuck would I not have him on? It'd be awesome. It's fucking better content. Hasan defending big streamers as usual, yawn. Literally in the process of a big streamer criticizing me for fucking talking out about Gamba as I have since fucking day one. Since day one.
Hype.
The Pepele cult already trying to manufacture that you mentioned trains audience age for clout. What clout? I mean, his leaks do usually show that he's right, and for you, most of the time... What? I mean, his leaks do usually show that he's right, and for you, most of the time, contradict your actual takes, Mr. Hasan? What kind of fucking delusional... Dude, what is going on? Do you watch, like, the XQC stream and you just, like, fucking lose brain cells? Our juicers can't be this fucking brain dead, right? Even his community was like, every time he fucking leaks my DMs, is like, his community's like, what the fuck are you doing, Pepega Andy? You're not reading it right. You fucking delusional weirdo. I mean, I'm literally yelling at a fucking 12-year-old. I'm just gonna ban him. I feel bad about doing that. Like, I should not spend any time on that.
Bunch of bullshit, and don't even reply to get a counter argument. That's just pure scumlord.
Same slot.
How is Adin Ross much worse than XQC Hasan? How can you like this guy? I've said this already. I think it's bad that they're doing gambling streams. I think it's bad that Adin Ross is doing gambling streams as well. What did I say to Adin Ross? I think that Adin Ross has the capacity to be a fucking great streamer, and he is doing great content on the side as well. What did I tell him? You were there. You watched it most likely. I was like, you don't want to be a fucking asshole. You don't want to do like scummy ass fucking crypto deals and all this shit. And it's the same with XQC too. Like, just don't do fucking Gamba streams. Adin didn't have counter arguments, so it's you guys' fault. I mean, but you like XG and Miz, and Ethan literally doesn't like Adin Ross. Where's the ethical discrepancy? I don't know. Two different people have different fucking takes. I don't think Ethan likes XQC either, you fucking idiot. Why are you trying to literally pretzel yourself into a moral bind, trying to justify this with like a logical conclusion?
Dot.
Did X forget that you have never gambled on stream and he has? I think he's talking about Miskiff here, not me.
I never know what's going on with big streamer drama, but I'm happy to be here.
You would do gambling streams if they too were paying you $2 million a month? Come on now. Dude, you are so fucking dumb, dude. I literally run less ads than... I literally run the physically least amount of ads that I can while still fucking having a contract with Twitch. I don't take advertisers from, like, EA because I don't like the company. Like, I refuse significantly more fucking brand deals than I take on. I don't even run fucking... I don't even do merch for the most part, despite the community begging for it. And you're over here talking about, like... You're over here making it seem like I'm such a fucking shark. Sometimes it's very frustrating, and I just want to, like... I want to say fuck it and do whatever the fuck I want, even though I don't want to do that shit, and that's why I don't do it. But, like...
Shameless.
It literally doesn't stop people, ever. Like, if people are just gonna fucking criticize me no matter what I do. It's so frustrating, dude. It makes me so mad. I thought maybe he was just gonna be ignorant. I don't know how the fuck they could say that I was, like, defending Adin Ross either, by the way. I think I have a consistent and mature approach to the subject where I do believe in the goodness in people. Police XC and Train use their own money and don't take scummy fill deals. Like, I put Train in a separate category, even beyond XQC and Adin Ross. Maybe this is, like, hypocritical. I don't know. But, like, I put Train in a separate category, despite the fact that he talks shit about me all the fucking time. But the reason why I put Train in a separate category is because he's a fucking degenerate, dude. And his audience is much older. He has an older audience, and he's a fucking degenerate. Like... He is not... Like, people aren't going like, oh my god, I'm gonna do everything that Train is doing. I love him. Like, 14-year-olds, like they do with fucking Adin Ross and XQC.
Has Scoot the haters
Also,
away,
he's personally, unironically, addicted to gambling already.
Train is a mad gambler.
You don't think kids don't watch Train? Not to the same degree as, like, anyone else. Of course, there's always going to be kids. There's kids that watch me, too.
Doge to their moon. Let's go.
I think you're way too easy on the absolute degeneracy of being multimillionaire and taking the money of your child audience by the way of addicted gambling. It's like a drug dealer going up to kids to peddle drugs. No, I think it's really fucked up. I just, like, what do you want me to say other than, like, it's really fucked up and people should stop doing it? Like, what do you want me to say? You want me to go to, like, fucking murder people? Like, what do you want? Like, I'm gonna go to people's houses and you know, pull their fucking cord out so they stop doing gambling streams, dude. Like, sometimes it's fucking crazy. Like, leftist communities will get, like, so high and mighty on a fucking high horse beyond, like, dude... XQC quit gambling, so why are people shitting on him? No one was shitting on him. He inserted himself into this fucking drama, by the way. So, like, for people who are saying people are shitting on XQC, like, literally no one even talked about XQC. Like, 0 people talked about XQC on the podcast. I brought up XQC when we were talking about normie streamers. And how he's not a normie streamer despite being the largest fucking streamer on the platform. So... That's a self-insert that you're going off and being like, oh my god, I can't believe everyone was, like, shitting on XQC. How do you compare the gambling and sexual content on Twitch for kids? One is not a bad thing. The other is the most deadly addiction. Out of all the addictions, it's the most suicidal prone addiction. Out of all of the other addictions. Really? Which one, dude? Yes. Fucking cranking your hog out to porn or sex work or whatever the fuck is does not have the negative consequences that like getting a gambling addiction does. Okay? Anyway, cranking my hog every single time makes me a better person bit by bit. Yeah, it's got many benefits too. Minx gets emotional after reading that Minecraft stands are glad she has COVID. Wait, what the fuck? Really? What's going on here? Why is this not working?
I don't care. Like, I don't care.
That's really fucked up, dude. I do love the shot on Friday with XQ's doing a moralistic crusade against titty streamers, then it's fucking mauling about him doing adult content. I mean, you don't even owe him an opportunity to defend himself in the first place. You guys are pretty clear on it being indefensible anyway. I mean, if he wanted to, I think it would have been good content for him to like try to defend it, though. I do think so. I do think it would have been great content, which is why I think it's funny that he thought like I was, you know, pushing him off the fucking podcast or something.
I think
Yes, Spom.
the reason there's so
If I become a gambler by watching Train Stream, then I'll become a murderer by watching HasanAbi's. Is that what you think? Like watching content about how murder is wrong and how fucking murderers get clapped is the exact same thing as like watching someone gamble and win money and then thinking you can do the same? Are you really this stupid? How is this a fucking argument that you could craft? You've been in here for 8 months. That's the best fucking argument that you could put together? God damn, dude. Oh my god. Why are debate lords like this? I'm just kidding. He. Yeah, okay, dude.
so jealous is because I'm a fat
Oh, he's
ass,
making
you know?
fun of the idiots. Oh, okay. I got it.
So jealous is because I'm a fat ass, you know? And it's like,
What?
yeah, you're not built like me. You can't be as perfect as me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm perfect and you're not.
That's hilarious, dude. What the fuck? Lindsay Sterling is casually streaming for charity? She's so fucking talented, dude. Ethan will have XG on Wednesday. Great. How is it promoting gambling if you have 18 plus in the title and say gambling is bad and you should never do it every 5 minutes? It's not about what you're saying. It's you're probably softening the blow, but ultimately it's literally the wins. It's designed in a way where it's like why do you think these people get paid millions of dollars a month, dude? Why? Do you think these guys who fucking run these goddamn platforms or these fucking crypto gambling websites are so stupid that they're just like, oh, I love streamers. Let me give them $1 million. Like, that's not how this works. It works because they pay them this much money because it fucking is incredibly successful in getting a bunch of whales to jump on and fucking gamble a lot and develop a gambling addiction if they didn't even have one. Okay? Just because you're saying it's bad doesn't mean that you're softening all the fucking blows. Okay? People still see the highs of you winning. And that's it. They see the highs of you winning and they're like, I can do that. I mean, I know this from personal experience. Not just like because I have an extremely addictive personality, but also because, like, think about it in Grand Theft Auto roleplay. You see someone at the No Pixel Casino and you're like, fuck, dude, that guy just made so much money. You know what I mean? It's time. I should do the same. I should fucking gamble more, you know? Young G got her YouTube partnership back. That's awesome. Congratulations. Hachu gets the train to honk. We already saw that. Sweden need cuter Cinderella and others get a HuffPost article. Wait, what the fuck? For women who earn a living on Twitch, being the target of coordinated sexual harassment campaigns comes with a job. I mean, true. Literally true. Fan impersonates Ludwig in order to receive a senator's autograph. What?
From the United States Senate,
which is terrifying. All right, this is the only other thing I opened up before stream today because I was terrified that I was in trouble or something. I thought I had been reported. I thought they found out that I didn't pay taxes for a while. I don't really know what's going on. I was a little stressed out, so I opened it up. And all that's inside is a piece of cardboard, and on the front, it says, and I'll read this out. I am happy to supply the material you have requested. I hope you will let me know if I can be of further assistance from Dianne Feinstein. The materials requested by someone on my behalf.
That's a literal fossil. That's a literal fossil signature. That's awesome. Yo, what the fuck? You guys never do funny shit like this. What is
A
this?
self-portrait of Dianne Feinstein. What the fuck is this?
Bro, that's literally a 60-year-old portrait. She's like 900 years old, dude.
What is this?
That's awesome. That's actually awesome. H3 presses Adin and train on gambling. Adin replies, it's not black and white.
I'm not throwing my big brother train under the bus, but that motherfucker is down.
What does that
He's got to
mean?
make his bread back. I don't blame him. So
I don't give a fuck about him. He's also a piece of shit with peace and love.
hey, don't say that about him.
Well,
a good
he's
guy.
gambling. He's selling. I mean, listen, you got to own what you're doing. You're doing shitty stuff.
Trey's audience is like older and way more DJ than
You know
Aiden's
what?
audience.
Let me
too.
back
There's
it up,
that
Aiden.
difference.
I don't know anything about Train other than that he does gambling. So I'll back it up. I don't know anything about him. But what you're doing is very shitty.
It's gray. It's not completely.
Oh, bro, stop. You're deluding yourself. It's fucked up.
So what? It's gray. I agree.
We're not agreeing. It's black. Anyway.
So what you're saying, black is bad?
Well, when we're talking about a scale of morality and where white is good and black is bad, which you've established, yes, black is bad.
I just want to go play Minecraft, man. That's all I want to do.
I love this answer to that. He like did not even fucking flinch. He was just like, we're talking about a scale of morality. Like, it was so great. Copium, Hasan will play Skyard Sword. Yeah, Ninja, shut the fuck up. Adin isn't ready for adults. Literally the first time he hasn't been given confirmation by his legion of yes men. I don't think he'll be persuaded by any dissenters because the yes men will continue to be in his ear telling him he's doing the right thing. Thoughts on China making threats towards Japan? What? That's the difference between a 20-year-old kid with limited life experience and a new dad. Yeah, I mean, he's been doing this for a very long time. It was pretty funny how calmly and simply Ethan explained to him why the term black was appropriate after he tried that childish jab. Dude leveled up his calling out bullshit skills after having to endure the irrationality of Trisha Paytas for a year. Oh, Jesus. Was it like that? I don't know anything about Trisha Paytas and all this stuff. Fuck these dumbass teenagers. Quite disappointing to see Hasan hold back and kiss Aiden's ass. What? Miz does that ironically. I was kissing his ass? You know he will do that for chat reactions. Hasan is more of a weird thing, but he shot stuff at as Adin that wasn't clipped. Oh yeah, like what the fuck? Bro, what do I have to do, man? Nah, he actually went Adin quite a few times in that chat. Doesn't matter. The few parts that were clipped, and that's what I saw when I watched the VOD. Hasan did defend Adin. That's all that matters. What gets clicks and eyes? From these clips, Hasan looks kind of dog shit, to be honest. In the grander scheme of things, he backed up Ethan, then all right. But it looks bad when in the clips it shows like he's giving Ethan a pass. This guy literally is like, sorry, I'm forming my opinion off of like random clips that I saw. And it does not even fucking matter. I love Redditors, dude. What a fucking thank you for the gold kind stranger moment right here, dude. This is literally the most Reddit comment you can fucking have. Okay? When you unironically go, la, 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 I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. You might disprove me immediately, but I saw 2 clips and I misunderstood the dynamic, and therefore, all that matters is my incorrect and faulty assumption. What a fucking moron. Imagine seeing 5% of the whole take and absolute basis of your opinion, ignoring 95% of the story is about as stupid as me ignoring everything Hitler did and just compliment him on the fact that he contributed greatly to the highway network and ignore everything else he did. Literally, dude, what the fuck? Hasan protecting Train by claiming his audience is older is cringe. I get he wants to back up his boy, but it's delusional to think that person has 20K concurrent viewers, doesn't give a fuck about a fuck ton of children watching. Honestly, Hasan's a piece of shit. I have time and time again fucking criticized gambling on this platform. Like literally day one. Day fucking one, dude. Day one, I've been like, gambling is bad. It's really fucked up. It's really fucking indecent. Day fucking one. What the fuck do people want, dude? Like, these people were literally suckling off the teat of all their favorite fucking streamers and defending it depending on, like, who the fuck was saying this shit. And now they're turning around and being like, oh, maybe it was wrong. But Hasan is a piece of shit for not attacking it hard enough. How am I always the bad guy in every fucking story for some of these idiots, dude? You'd be surprised to know this is exactly D's take and he's pushing that narrative. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. There's no context that makes this good, so don't waste your time watching the full stream unless you want to. Hasan has always been very morally flexible. The language you use makes you sound soft with them, even though your opinion is the exact opposite of what these people think it is. It's so fucking weird, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know what else to do. Like, Ethan himself literally was like, I loved the takes that you had during this entire thing. Like, we are in agreement.
1v1 Adin. My boy will kick your itty bitty.
That was the best time of my life. Easily.
Up, angry face. Double X.
That was the best time of my life. Thank you, Ethan. I believe you're right.
I think that was a productive.
Your first day on Twitch, and you've already.
What a great first day on Twitch.
Dude, you went out with a string on a stick, and you caught the biggest fish, and you reeled that thing in.
They can sense the empathy in your speech, and since they still perceive empathy as a negative thing because misogyny, they attack you on that basis alone, not worth their attention, to be honest. Yes, even when I fucking criticize someone, I'm still going to be empathetic. I think that is the most successful way to get people to change their minds about things, when they recognize that you're not coming at it from a point of hatred, like pure hatred, but instead from a point of empathy and how you can help people and guide them towards a better future for themselves and others around them. So that's precisely why I said what I said about Adin Ross, where I was like, look, he seems like a very nice person. He's very young. And, you know, it's just, if he goes down this path, he's going to be a fucking asshole. He's going to be a fucking shark. He's going to be a scammer. He's going to do a bunch of, like, clout shit. And the short-term clout's going to be great. But then everyone's going to remember him as a fucking asshole who did a bunch of dumb shit. The problem is his fans always delete the clips that LSF doesn't agree with him on, like this, on this take of you mentioning Train. I'm not going to watch this, dude. Are you kidding me? Oh, they post fucking clips, and then when people don't agree with it, they just delete it. Yeah, smart. They're like little baby propagandists, dude. It's great. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that though. Seriously, I'm sick and tired of that shit.
That was insane. Your first day on the job.
Thank you. Well, you set that up for me, so that was all. But I mean, and Hasan was in there. You were great. Miz was chilling, but came with some zingers. Hasan, you were fantastic too.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, you're very good at keeping people on point, Ethan. It was very good.
But you know, it's interesting because on one hand, he knows what he's doing is fucked up. But on the other hand, he's unwilling to stop doing it. So, you know.
I was the one who fucking made fun of Adin Ross for being like, oh, so you understand that it's bad, but you're still going to go to Mexico and do your last part of your fucking contract. But yeah, that didn't get clipped out, so it doesn't fucking matter. It didn't happen. Hasan is defending big streamers again. I got him. I didn't actually say. I called him a fucking clout goblin, dude. What do you want from me? What the fuck do you want from me? Like, what? Like, Will Neff has now been unbanned. Free Willy as a movement has come to fruition. Did you see the thread about you calling Adin out about sus jokes? Yeah, I wonder where my fucking clips are. I'm assuming whenever fucking positive clips of me are on here, they get, you know, downvoted to fucking oblivion. So
okay,
really?
See, look, Jack Harlow does this a lot, right? Like Jack Harlow does what you're doing a lot, but when he does it, there is a different vibe to it because it's like he's doing it in a non-problematic way. You know what I'm saying? Like where you know that he's not making like being gay the butt of the joke. Whereas you know, there's a better way to do it, and it comes from understanding, and it comes from learning about you know, the experiences of marginalized people, LGBT people,
Just got hired on for a drink
where
30 minutes ago.
you know you get to understand the plight that some go through, and then you can make better jokes about it. You know what I mean?
Hasan,
I'm saying you gotta kiss the dude a little bit.
His internet
Hasan,
cut out. He didn't hear any of that.
No, I did. Hasan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was just so lost on how good you look. Like your arms look amazing.
Your
you know,
Ethan has said the N-word multiple times. How do you like him? Yeah, I know. People change, chatter. I'm sure one day you won't be a dumbass, okay? Jack Harlow fosters acceptance the way he does it? Yes. When Jack Harlow's doing, like, sussy jokes, he's... Okay, so what I wanted to talk about there, actually, was the fact that when Jack Harlow does, like, sus jokes, he's literally penetrating... he's penetrating, like, the homophobia that certain members in, like, the rap community might feel. Like, he's literally making them the joke because they're uncomfortable. Not just like, lol, being gay is the joke, but I'm not gay. Do you understand? You get it? I did not meet Jack Harlow. I should have said what's poppin' though. You're right. If I do see him ever again, I'll say what's poppin'.
They're gonna be twins. Can you explain it again, Hasan?
Misgives chat spam question marks. I mean, yeah, they're like much younger.
Love you, chat.
Anyway, every time stuff like this happens, it reminds me how much casual homophobia is thrown on Twitch. I mean, he now has a much more subtle trans pride flag in the background. I've always wondered why he's always had some sort of trans pride colors in his setup. Yeah, Lego brick cabinet things. I noticed that too when I was watching a Ludwig clip. I was like, damn, he has like a trans pride thing in the background. How is this any different from what Adin just did in the clip? What is it? Is it like him being sus towards Drewski or whatever. It's an overall fucking attitude that you have.
11 months. Thanks for the longest relationship of my life. That
Is
goes
it
for
trans
YouTube
pride
chat
BTTV
Hasan.
emote as well? That's awesome. Why don't you talk more about the fake cop thing? Because there was so much going on. Emmett Shear has removed Twitch CEO from his Twitter bio. Oh, what the fuck? Is he no longer the CEO? What Miskiv is doing during the Hasan and
flex on that other chat
alone, like fucking literally. Oh, we saw this yesterday. He just pulls up the. I never asked him why he unfollowed me either. He did admit to watching me. He did admit to watching me during the fucking election cycle and stuff though on stream. As I told you guys. Yeah, this was enough LSF for me, I think. Adin Ross uses the stereotypic accent and attitude associated with the LGBT, while Jack Harlow just makes subtle jokes to get a reaction. Yeah. Didn't he used to like do the thing where he would like, didn't Adin Ross like originally pop off because he was doing the like, I'm so gay, like that sort of thing? It's like a flamboyant, like a stereotypical flamboyant a gay person, like a flaming gay person that is used usually to belittle LGBT people. Yeah, limp wrist. Exactly. This. Camp is the word. Yeah. I'm gonna finish the Mad Orchard video. We're gonna finish the fucking Mad Orchard video. Yeah, effeminate voice, limp wrist, that sort of stuff. As a closeted bi guy for years, I did that to deflect. It's sus. Yeah. Mid Orchard did a fucking video on one of the most notable mids in Kiwi land.
Curved my coworker and she got racist on me because half black is too black and she is only racist because her parents are racist. Wild times hassle.
Okay. I said he's got to catch a dick. I did say that. I did say that to him. He fucking backed away real quick when I was like, I'll kiss you back, motherfucker. I'll fucking kiss you back, dude. You better watch out. Have you heard about the most notorious murder in the USA? It's the top of the hour ad break. That's such a weak bait. Like, that's such a weak segment. I just kind of gave up. Gay baiting, PogU Eon weird championship. I mean, like, did you ever go to the bungalow in Santa Monica? Yes, of course. I used to go all the time. Why? Why is that gay baiting? I mean, I've said it before. Like, you know, I wouldn't rule it out.
At HasanAbi.
No homo jokes, just a shield to allow young men to express their feelings and embrace friends in a way that wasn't possible before. It's not problematic at all, and it's a huge stepping stone towards killing toxic masculinity. Are you serious, dude? No, killing toxic masculinity wouldn't be no homo. Killing toxic masculinity would be to not have to say that. And just like be like me and Will. Okay? Demonstrate friendship and affection for one another openly and freely without fear that like people are gonna think you're gay. Who gives a fuck if people think I'm gay? I don't give a shit. I fucking paint my nails. Motherfuckers in the chat are literally like, dude, you are gay, bro. You are gay, bro. You paint nail. You are gay. Are you homo? Are you homo, bro? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm fucking gay. Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. It's not like it's not a thing that bothers me. Why? Because I'm fucking comfortable with my sexuality. I hope that most people will also get there one day. Do you understand? And the moment that I say that, I know that people are going to immediately jump on and be like, oh my God, he said it. Oh my God, he said it. Some of you do make me incredibly fucking cringe whenever you like force it upon me. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I've talked time and time again about how I am straight, and yet like some of you gay men in the audience, okay, want it to be the opposite really fucking bad. And you can't control yourself, and you fucking literally will just like latch on to anything. And after a while, it gets fucking annoying. I'm just going to let you know. XQC revealing DMs literally made you look good. What is XQC goes into Twitter DMs on stream?
Hello Arjan, happy 1 year.
Why did he do that?
Went Pogo.
That's so silly. He said, I don't know why you guys ignore my DMs to get on the podcast when you were actively throwing everyone under the bus. Which I responded to, by the way, but later. It was an accident. He was ending stream. Oh, okay. That's why I didn't show it, because I think there's, you know, fuck you, Lil Krish. Don't do that. What's the difference between you and Jack Harlow do and what Adin Ross does? Honest question. I don't follow his content, so I'm confused as to I'm going to kiss you gay jokes he does that are so much worse than what you do. Well, the difference there is that I'm not doing like a flaming like stereotypical gay person character with like a feminine voice and a limp wrist. Also on top of being like, I'm going to fucking kiss you. That's the big difference. Do you understand? Can you comprehend that, like, you know, when you add additional context to like using homosexuality as a butt of a joke routinely is like a little different than, you know, saying flaming. I don't know. That's like, I'm so old school. That inherently, that's a homophobic thing to say too. Right? I'm just like trying to use something that is like tangible that people can associate with immediately. The telling part is that some of these guys are afraid of even being perceived as gay. Exactly. Exactly. I think the word is flamboyant. Yes, that is the word. I keep forgetting to fucking run the goddamn ad, dude. Holy shit. Top of the fucking hour, boys. Okay? We're gonna dive back into the fucking mid-orchard kiwi mid. Alright? When we fucking stopped in the middle of the fucking day. Yesterday. Adin is doing it to insecure people uncomfortable with being gay because they think it's bad. Jack Harlow's making them uncomfortable by showing it's not bad and they're being ridiculous. Yes. All right. Here's the fucking head brick now. You can use the Twitch Prime to fucking no longer see the heads. All right. No longer see the fucking heads. Use the Twitch Prime for free. Here's the fucking head brick now. And here's the Mid Orchard video.
And not just by a matter of minutes. And so here is the prosecution scenario. The 4 before, 1 after theory. David gets up sometime before his paper round at 5:45 AM and proceeds to murder his mother, brother and 2 sisters in an unknown order. He then throws his bloody clothes in the washing machine, cleans his hands, maybe takes a shower, and then leaves the house for about an hour with all the dead bodies in the house and his father still alive and well in the caravan, liable to wake up and walk inside at any moment, discover his family slain, call the police, and blow the whole plan. But David just left all this to chance, even though Robin was not exactly a late riser and would often get up around 6:40. None of this was because he was just desperate for a jog, of course. The paper round was crucial for his alibi. He needed to be seen in the early morning hours when the deaths would be learned to have occurred. He got back to the house at about 6:40 AM, grabbed his rifle, turned on the computer, wrote the self-serving suicide note, and then hid behind a curtain separating the computer alcove from the living room, waiting for Robin to enter for his early morning prayer. Robin soon enters the room and kneels to pray just as planned. David shoots him in the head, killing him instantly, stages the scene to make it look like a suicide, and calls the police. David's defense team argued the scenario just described.
Is this selfish, but I'm lost jumping into the middle of this? Here, I'll give you a quick recap. This is a very famous case, David Bain, in New Zealand, where they thought that he murdered his entire family, okay? And then wrote this like crazy thing on a fucking computer after he murdered his entire family. But I think and it was like open and shut for the most part, right? Like there's blood on the fucking rifle with his fingerprints on it and all this other shit. And but then they couldn't even fully investigate the situation because they decided to burn down the house and destroy all evidence, which was fucking psychotic. I can't believe they did that. And this is where we're at now. They decided, as in, I think, wasn't it the neighborhood or something? Like, who fucking decided? What? The police department decided, or they said basically that. They basically said that, we don't know exactly who it was, I'm pretty sure. But they basically said that, like, well, the neighbors would have burned down the house anyway. Or, the neighbors would have burned down the house anyway, or that, whatchamacallit, that, the fucking property value would have been, hurt in the neighborhood. It was the family's trust decision, the family estate? Okay.
Was sufficiently complicated and risky as to be considered less likely than a simpler alternative, that Robin really did snap and commit the murders before turning the gun on himself while David was on the paper round. So what did the powers that be reckon?
The Privy Council ruled that David Bain suffered a substantial miscarriage of justice. But why? Tony Field has been reading the decision to find out.
The judgment runs for 46 pages, but its ruling is quite clear. A substantial miscarriage of justice has actually occurred. The Privy Council believes the Court of Appeal made a mistake by not allowing 9 pieces of new evidence to be put before a new jury.
The New Zealand Court of Appeal concluded that a reasonable jury wouldn't have come to any different conclusion on the new evidence, and therefore there was no substantial miscarriage of justice.
But the Privy Council disagreed, saying the issue of guilt is one for a properly informed and directed jury, not for an appellate court.
They said that a reasonable jury could have come up with a verdict of not guilty, and therefore, in their opinion, the new jury needs to be able to consider all that evidence.
Now, the Privy Council is not saying a new jury would have found David Bain innocent, but it says contentious evidence should be assessed by a jury not an appeal court. David Bain's chief supporter, Joe Karam, doubts there will be a new trial because some witnesses are dead and the Crown would have to put all the evidence before a jury.
But Joe Karam was wrong. Dead witnesses or no, the Crown weren't having a bloody bar of it. And so a new trial it was.
Tomorrow in the High Court behind me here, the defence begins their response to the Crown case. So, how did the Crown end their 8.5 weeks of evidence? Well, this morning was spent highly unusually, with the judge reading aloud to the jury David Bain's cross-examination at the first trial in Dunedin in 1995. All of the cross-examination, the questions and the answers.
Question: is the house at Every Street dilapidated? Answer: yes, it was.
Never a truer word spoken. The Bain house at Every Street was a slum, so dilapidated that the council had even moved to intervene.
Question: prior to June, had not the council been insisting that the house either be repaired or pulled down?
It was burned down eventually, but too late to save those who lived in the squalor and dysfunctionality that was Bain family life. David Bain sat there this morning, forced to listen as his cross-examination from the first trial was read out. His own words from 14 years ago, the Crown case coming to a conclusion with this voice from the past.
Question: how would you describe your relationship with your father? Answer: it was a close relationship. We got on well. We had very similar interests and therefore did things together.
This is Durham Street on a wet old day in Christchurch. It's one way, which may be apt because it's outside the Christchurch High Court. And in there, as in all High Court cases, the prosecution has gone first. Yes, it's been their evidence, their witnesses, their case. Only when the prosecution has finished do the defence get to call their evidence, their witnesses. That is the point we're at now. So, the defence has to rebut the prosecution case, which began when the jury was sworn in exactly 2 months ago today.
Did you see his eyes?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you see?
They're just normal.
Did you think anything of that at the time?
I just thought it was, it was a bit strange.
From the beginning, the Crown was intent on suggesting David Bain had staged everything. His behaviour after police and ambulance officers arrived.
It didn't appear that he'd had a full-blown fit just a minute or two before, because obviously we'd responded immediately to the call.
To the note on the computer, written, the Crown says, by David Bain with the purpose of framing Robin. Former Detective Sergeant Milton Weir told the court what it said.
Sorry, you are the only one who deserved to stay.
But Milton Weir himself came under scrutiny, setting the tone of the defence response through the opening days of the trial. Time and again, the defence portrayed initial police investigations as inept.
Who was responsible?
Well, I just told you that, Mr. Reid.
Well, sir,
he said that he's reported the finding back to those in charge of the inquiry, and they give directions from there.
Yes, but
what more can he say? Well, I would be grateful if you'd let me do the cross-examination, sir. I would like to know the name of the person, whether it's Robinson or Doyle.
Neither side disputes that whoever killed Robin Bain killed everyone.
It entered about here, and it didn't exit. It impacted.
Which is why the pathologists are so important. This was the most memorable appearance, of course, that of Alexander Dempster. He says Robin had a contact wound, which includes the possibility of suicide. But two other pathologists said the shot that killed Robin Bain was fired from further away, practically ruling suicide out.
In my view, it would be simply impossible to self-inflict the injury that we see and produce the pattern of injury that we see on the skin.
Ballistics, as they relate to the plausibility of Robin Bain's suicide, is an important argument in the Bain case that we haven't really examined up till this point. So let's have a quick look at what the defence had to offer on that.
A demonstration in court, a defence witness showing how Robin Bain could have shot himself.
I can actually see I can quite easily reach the trigger in that position.
The UK ballistics expert found it just as easy using a chair.
I can reach it with any of my fingers and my thumb.
This
is the most insane thing I've ever fucking seen. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck is going on in New Zealand? I mean, they're just like, the one fucking massive murder happens and they just like lose their shit. I guess. Too many depressing commercials? Yeah, that's literally why it happened. Very random.
As crucial evidence for the defence, David Bain is accused of murdering all 5 members of his family, but his lawyers are trying to show his father killed them before turning the gun on himself.
What view did you reach as to the likelihood or otherwise of suicide?
I would say more likely than not, based on the fact that I'm interpreting the wound as a contact near contact and how essentially easy it is for a person of Robin Bain's stature to actually reach the trigger.
This view different to that of 3 prosecution witnesses who all believed it was either unlikely or impossible for Robin Bain to commit suicide.
So long story short, opinions differ. And being that opinions differ, and the prosecution having 3 experts to the defence's 1, doesn't necessarily make them right. For argument's sake, let's just hand the defence that the bullet wound through Robin Bain's head was consistent with a contact or near-contact shot. Now let's pause to consider something that doesn't require any sort of forensic expertise. A question that can be left up to a good old-fashioned gut check by any layman. Does this look like a normal way to shoot yourself in the head? Would you or would you not imagine removing the silencer before trying to pull off such a thing? Does this picture just generally strike you as improbable? If so, then it's about time to consider some of the other improbable aspects of Robin Bain carrying out the massacre. First of all, remember that Stephen Bain had what appeared to be a pretty serious struggle with his killer, one that you would imagine would result in them sustaining some injuries unless they got very lucky. So what was the state of Robin, aside from the bullet wound through his head? Conspicuously unscathed. He had a speck of blood on his fingernail, which unfortunately was never tested. So it may well have been his own, but we'll never know, and minor abrasions on his hands. David, on the other hand, had a bump on his head, as well as other marks on his face and scratches across his torso that he apparently sustained from stumbling around and falling over during the period where his memory went dark. And why is it that David was the only one who deserved to stay? Was he known to have a particularly close relationship with his father relative to the other children? No. David has characterized their relationship as close, but according to others, he at times said that he hated his father. It's been mentioned that Robin and Margaret Bain's marriage was strained, to put it mildly, and David consistently sided with his mother when his parents were at odds, which was more or less always by the time the murders took place. But nevertheless, it was apparently David, and David alone, that Robin saw fit to spare. And before stretching his arms out just about as far as they could go in order to place the silencer-equipped rifle to his left temple and pull the trigger, he opted to tell David as much in a 10-word suicide note, not on a piece of paper in his own handwriting, which would have done his favoured child the courtesy of clearing him as a suspect, but typed on the computer, ensuring its author could forever be a matter of dispute. He also put on a pair of David's gloves before carrying out the murders, and decided to change clothes afterward. How improbable does this scenario seem to you? If the answer is improbable enough that you need an alternative motive to consider, then you're in luck. Another explanation that has been offered for Robin's actions is that they were all part of an elaborate frame-up. To speak further on this, here is an excerpt of an interview with retired Canadian Justice Ian Binney, who was brought on by the New Zealand government to review the case and ultimately formed the opinion that David Bain was innocent on the balance of probabilities.
Is it really plausible that a man having murdered most of his family changes his clothes, cleans up some of the scene, then shoots himself? How plausible is that really?
I think it is plausible because it looks to me that Robin was putting the blame on David, setting him up.
It's hard to imagine a father doing that to his son.
Is it any harder to imagine a son killing his entire family, having had no background of mental instability, no indication of imbalance, as against a father who had quite a history of mental issues?
But what about that cryptic message found on the family computer? You are the only one who deserved to stay. Benny reckons Robin typed it, all part of his elaborate attempt to set David up as the killer.
To make it look like a fake suicide note.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a thing to do, to take out 4 innocent people just as vengeance on the son you loathe.
So these things happen, you know. Murders that from the outside seem inexplicable are inexplicable because we don't understand what's going on within these families until it's too late. Somebody snapped. Robin had a lot more reason to snap than David. David, so far as I can see, had no reason to snap.
But there was something in the evidence that did bother Ian Binney. The broken glasses found in David's room, one of the lenses found in his murdered brother's room, the scene of a violent struggle with the killer. David's first trial lawyer claimed David told him back in 1995 he was wearing those glasses the night before the murders. That lawyer, Michael Guest, even told the Crown of his client's admission. But that's not what David Bain told Ian Binney.
I haven't thought of them, seen them, worn them, let alone wear those.
I'm sorry, dude. There's no turning back. Like, I don't think that this is... I just can't find any way that this would not be fucking David, dude. I know people are going to say Pepela. I don't know. I actually have not pre-watched this, so, like, I literally don't know. But, yeah. Fucking colonize their hair. I know. Make fun of them. I just don't understand how the fuck this would not be him. Like, it just does not make a lick of sense, okay? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Glasses at any time that the last time I ever thought of using them was months before.
You've got the problem that David told you he hadn't worn those glasses for months.
Yes.
But he told his first trial lawyer he'd been wearing them that weekend. How do you reconcile that?
I accept that he had worn them during the weekend, and I accept that that is a contradiction. I accept that it's a significant contradiction. I have to put it in the broader context of everything else.
So putting everything in the broader context of everything, after a 12-week trial, what was the conclusion of David Bain's second jury?
Madam Foreperson, please stand. Members of the jury, have you unanimously agreed upon your verdicts?
We have.
On the first count of the murder of Robin Irving Bain, do you find the accused guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On the second count of the murder of Margaret Arawa Cullen Bain, do you find the accused guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On the third count of the murder of Stephen Robin Cullen Bain, do you find the accused guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On the fourth count of the murder of Laniet Margaret Cullen Bain, do you find the accused guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On the fifth count of the murder of Arawa Mary Cullen Bain, do you find the accused guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Yes. Are you all agreed, members of the jury? Yes. Be seated, please.
Yes.
You may leave the dock, Mr. Bain.
David, I know you are utterly shattered, and the last thing you really want to do is be on the telly tonight. And so I'm just going to have a quick chat with you and then let you bugger off and go and join your mates and have a drink. How are you feeling? What was it like to hear that phrase, not guilty, repeated 5 times today?
It was a huge release
for me, to be honest. It just, in some respects, it took a huge weight off my shoulders, but it's also shown me that the love of all these people and this fantastic man here has got me through, and it's all coming at once. So.
A wrongly convicted man, finally unshackled after enduring 13 long years of injustice. It's the sort of thing you sometimes find in the movies. The Hollywood ending is a little dampened in this case, however, when considering that while a great many people do feel that this was one of those long-delayed prevailings of justice, depending on when they're asked and who's asking, somewhere between 30 to 50% of Kiwis think the justice system got this one right the first time round. Still, seeing as there are enough oddities in this case that one could credibly argue amount to what we would call reasonable doubt, and given David Bain has been free for over 10 years, has a young family of his own now, and hasn't by any account had even the most trivial of run-ins with the law, well, as we sometimes say in New Zealand, she'll be alright.
In the year 1980, on Wednesday...
Okay, so he did it. And the New Zealand courts just fucking let him get away with it. That is a bad ending. Do we actually... We're not doing Jody Arias. We already watched this, but do we actually... Does anyone in the chat actually believe that fucking this did not happen? Like, he actually did it. 60-40, he's innocent? No, most people think he didn't do it. Yeah, they were celebrating. It's one of the weirdest things like I've ever seen where people are just like, this is sick. I'm so glad that this happened. Like, people clapping. And they gave him back the fucking murder weapon too. I don't understand why people think that. Do you think it was the dad? I mean, it's impossible, dude. Anyway, I'm almost sorry.
Pervert.
That was a weird one. Doesn't matter if he's reformed now. Dude, I'm not gonna watch the new Jackass trailer, dude. What's wrong with you? That's so funny. You guys are so strange sometimes. Hold on. I mean, I don't care if most of New Zealand believes him. I don't believe him. Here, we're gonna
the Joe Rogan experience.
We're gonna take a brief aside with the Joe Rogan Abby Martin thing, and then afterwards, hold on. I just gotta grab. Okay. My favorite part about why aliens are 100% fake, okay, and I will say with my entire chest, is the fact that they somehow end up in fucking Iowa, okay? all of the aliens, instead of immediately going to where like the heat source is, like New York, are going to fucking Iowa, dude. Okay? Even motherfuckers from Iowa don't want to be in Iowa. That's so strange to me that they always happen to go there. Like, there's no shot, dude. No fucking shot. Our politicians despise Iowa. They only go there every 4 years to suck up to the Iowans for their fucking votes. And that's just like the biggest self-report that it's just completely fucking fake. The UAP, wait, hold on. I love that. My man said, as though this is like an actual good take, the UAP sightings actually follow the population heat map. You know what else follows the population heat map? Virtually everything, you fucking idiot. That's where the people are. What the fuck, dude? Oh, wait, you mean to tell me that, you know, people aren't reporting that they found aliens in a place where no one exists? That's crazy. Why the fuck are you saying it's only in rural areas then? Because it's the most famous and the most, like, frequent sightings always happen in Iowa. And also because it's a fucking funny joke. Yeah, it's like looking at a population heat map and being like, that's where all the COVID cases are. What do you have to say about that? It's like, yeah, because that's where all the people are, jackass. Population heat map also shows you that's where all the fucking ad breaks are at the top of the hour. Okay? And at the top of the hour, we run an ad break. Okay? And you can use an ad block, a VPN, or a $5 subscription, or a Twitch Prime, if you want, to avoid seeing those ads. Okay? I'm just saying, Twitch Prime is free. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. Prime follows the population heat map just like aliens do. Coincidence? I think not. Dun dun dun. Y'all are fucking finding out, dude, just now. Why aren't there more fucking Abby Martin videos, dude? You had a conversation with her about a bunch of different things. Why? Why? Love how UFOs are seen in the U.S. I mean, a lot of them are seen in the U.S., but there's other countries that have shown that too. The Koreans are waiting. I love that this chat routinely shits on Zoomers, right? Like, routinely shits on Zoomers and says, like, Zoomers are so delusional. They believe in, like, all these crazy things. They believe in all these crazy things. And then they fucking turn around and they're like, but you know, aliens are actually, this is a real thing. The government is declassifying it. This is a map of all reported U.S. UFO sightings, from 1906 to 2014.
Hey.
That's crazy, man.
Racist aliens.
Reported USA UFO sightings, you imbecile. You imbecile.
Yo.
Why he's lit the fuck up? What's up? No more Ohio, Iowa slander.
Actor. Why isn't it okay for Black Panther to be played by a white one?
What the fuck would that even look like? Ohio forever!
Actor. Why isn't it okay for Black Panther to be played by a white one?
What the fuck would that even look like?
I mean, you just debated me. You said that this was going to redeem Ohio, and then it made more fun of it. More Iowan sightings than in India or China, the most populous places and densely populated places in the world? Yeah. An overwhelming amount of energy is pulling me to a new platform called Twitch. Stay tuned. There is no such thing as a coincidence, dude. Yeah. The fact that he's coming onto Twitch means that we are, what was it, genetically aligned or something? I don't fucking know. You said aliens could be feelings? No, I said human cognition would have an incredibly hard time comprehending them. It could literally come at the form, like, our way of comprehending what fucking aliens are could be like a slight feeling, a passing feeling. You just don't know. How do you know that? Why do people fucking say, how do you know that? We're both speculating.
All of us.
The difference is you and I we're both speculating, but I think I'm right. You have a level of certainty that I do not have. That's the difference. This is the ultimate debate lord topic. Yeah, I know. It's like fucking disproving the existence of God, dude. Okay? It's so fucking annoying to have this conversation. Like, it's so much better to just be like, yes, you're right, dude. You're right. Okay? It exists. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ever said anything. There was so much content I wanted to watch yesterday. Where's the rest of it, dude? Chat, I can't remember where the fucking content was.